Hey guys, today we're talking about Joe Mama. A twinge of cringe. My name is ChadChad.
Not really.
And JoJo Siwa has been acting kind of silly lately.
Good morning to every single team in who's asking this entire little bit. What else going today, guys? Good.
She's been doing some weird things and moving her body in a weird fashion. Speaking of fashion, she's been doing weird things with that as well. My knee hurts. I'm not sitting because you guys told me to. I'm sitting because I want to. You can't bully me. If you're like me and never watched reality TV or Dance Moms where JoJo got her start, then your knowledge of her is probably bows. That's all I think of, that and asbestos for some reason. I don't know why. I'd have to do some more research, but I'm thinking about asbestos as always, right? JoJo's been a public figure for a while and is known for having a pretty young audience, thus the bows and bejeweling of the hair. She usually sings and dances in an aesthetic I can only describe as the human version of a glow stick. Everything about her is fluorescent, and if your eyes are exposed to her, recently anyway, then irritation may occur. By the way, I watched about 3 minutes of Dance Moms to try and understand where JoJo came from, and it's just like people getting mad at kids for having the coordination of kids, and they edit it like every mistake is an earth-shattering devastation. Hold on. Did you just point your toes? How could you do this?
I'm sorry,
Your mom is crying. You made your mom cry.
It was an accident.
You were an accident. But now JoJo is going through a kind of rebranding, and I say kind of because it's not the best rebranding we've ever. She's coming out with a new song tomorrow, actually, and I know that because she has not stopped talking about it.
JoJo, you coming out with some new music.
What?
Yes.
No one knows what's happening. No one knows what's going on. I do. I know what's happening. Nobody else. So fun to watch.
From what she said in her social media and in interviews, it seems like this song is supposed to break her out of her past career geared towards younger audiences and be the turning point that lets us know this isn't for kids anymore. She's not a good, sweet girl. In fact, you might even say she's a bad girl now.
Warning. The following content is not made for children, may contain sexual themes, violence, strong language, dramatic scenarios, and flashing lights. Viewer discretion is advised.
But JoJo's transition into an edgier persona isn't really being taken seriously by people, specifically people on TikTok. Then again, nobody really takes anything seriously over there. Once she started teasing her new song and her new era, people started making predictions of what they thought it was gonna sound like, and they were completely right.
Karma's a bitch. Karma's a snore.
I'm a bad girl, bad girl. I was a bad girl.
The lyrics from what we've heard so far are kind of cliche, kind of things that we've heard before in similar songs.
I want to start a new genre of music. And they said, what do you mean? And I said, well, it's called gay pop. Songs like Applause by Lady Gaga. It's the On My Own Miley Cyrus. Can't Be Tamed Miley Cyrus.
But according to JoJo, it's the music video we need to watch out for.
I've gotten this comment a lot. The thing is you think I have. Everyone's been talking about the song, oh, this about the song, that about the song. No one's even questioned the music video yet. I'm about to start sharing some things from the music video, and that's where shit gets real crazy.
What could it be, guys? What's gonna happen? I wonder if there could be music or video. What if there's both, guys? Guys, what if there's both? Or what if there was today's sponsor? This video is sponsored by Raycon. Mother's Day is coming up, and you know what mothers would love? Some freaking peace and quiet. With Raycon, you can give the gift of tuning out the world around us with their everyday earbuds. And if you ever need to tune back in, just use the everyday earbuds awareness mode. With the press of a button, you can go right back to hearing the jovial, tranquil sounds of motherhood. Raycon's quality is on par with audio brands you know and love, but at prices you'll love. And also know. I'm a fan of their optimized gel tips. My ears are almost as sensitive as my heart. But with these, my ears have never felt uncomfortable and they've never fallen out or even budged. And with 8 hours of playtime and a 32-hour battery life, I can use my everyday earbuds while I stress clean for an entire day instead of working on a video or literally anything else I should be doing. The everyday earbuds have multiple tap functions so I can make or take calls while I'm on the move. They're also water and sweat resistant, so if I accidentally drop them in my armpit, they'll be fine. If you want to check them out, just click the link in the description or go to buyraycon.com/ChadChad to get 20% off your Raycon purchase plus free shipping. Thanks to Raycon for sponsoring, and let's get back to the video. Everything I've seen so far in their marketing is exactly what you would expect. The lyrics are what you would expect. The dancing is what you would expect. And for something to be edgy, you have to be on the edge, you know? You have to edge us. In one of her podcast interviews, she mentioned she was actually worried to sing the lyrics to her new song.
I was very afraid of the lyrics of Karma. I wasn't ready to say I was a bad girl. If I had a wish, I would have never effed around.
I wasn't ready to say I'm a bit of a stinker. I wasn't ready to say F this or freaking dang it. You wouldn't last a second inside my mind. A single glimpse would drive you insane. Shoot. Crap. Fiddlesticks. According to some of her interviews, JoJo thinks that this is the most extreme jump from child star to adult artist that we have seen yet.
No one has made this dramatic of a change yet. No one has made, in my generation, this extreme of a switch. And I am the first in the generation. It is very scary, but someone's got to do it.
They probably just didn't talk about it as much. In most of those cases, it just happened and they didn't have an entire campaign planned out. It's not as extreme and dramatic if you've been constantly warning us that you're about to do something extreme and dramatic. Hey, just letting you know, I'm about to jump out from behind that wall and scare you. What? No, don't do that. This is gonna be the most scared anyone's ever been. No. Are you ready? No. I'm gonna do it. No, don't. I'm gonna do it now. Don't do it. Boo. Nothing? No. I'm friends with Shane Dawson. Oh my god. At this point, she's teased and promoted this song so much that I feel like I have a pretty good understanding of what's happening in it, and I have yet to see the extreme part. She's been posting so many clips of this song on TikTok that after scrolling through her feed for about 30 minutes, I had it stuck in my head for the rest of the day. The rest of the week, actually. Me trying to get this song out of my head. This is me. Get it out, please.
Like it or not, what's been in your head the last 3 days?
You don't want to know, JoJo. You wouldn't last a single second in my dark and twisted mind. You don't want to know what's up here. Gosh. Darn. It's a torture. It's torture. Constant torture. She'll post videos from her car a lot, singing the song, mouthing along to the song, dancing to the song. She even got her car wrapped with her face on it to promo her new song, which apparently she's been doing for a while now, even when she's not promoting something. I barely want to see my face at all, much less pay thousands to have it plastered on a Kia Soul. So it's just a waste of money. Stop car wrapping. Sweaty. Knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. I said stop. Mom's spaghetti. I think one of the most controversial things about her new era, though, is the dance for her new song. She's been posting videos of the choreography, and people that are not fans, they don't like it. They don't like it at all. Not the whole dance, really. There's just this one part where she seems to be ad-libbing a bunch of extra movement. The other dancers don't seem to be doing quite the same dance that JoJo is, but despite the spinal trauma, she can't stop doing the dance. Literally, she'll go through the dance sitting in her car. She'll rehearse the dance after rehearsing for 12 hours. She'll rehearse the dance in bed. Get some sleep, JoJo. The dark circles under your eyes are getting alarmingly dark. No wonder she's moving like this. She's trying to stay awake. At the iHeartRadio Music Awards, JoJo hard launched her edgy persona with a new outfit and new aesthetic. Instead of the bright colors and rhinestones, they went with dark colors and rhinestones. I can kind of see what they were going for, but it's not really giving bad girl. It's kind of just giving State Fair face paint. It seems like JoJo's mom is behind the rebranding to some extent. I don't know, that's just a personal theory. The PR surrounding this rebrand is just exactly what a 50-year-old mom's idea of rebellion would be. All right, here's the plan. What if you said, bitch? That's bad. That's pretty bad. What if you went to a red carpet event wearing makeup similar to a hip and current band? Like, I don't know, Kiss? I already had this as a working theory, and then I found this TikTok of JoJo not knowing who Gene Simmons is.
Like a sexy glam Gene Simmons sea creature.
Going on here. You know, the amount of references that people have told me I look like in this video that I have no clue what they are is sickening. I'm adding that one to the list, but I'll take it.
That's a gavel. I rest my case. When I first saw JoJo talking about 12-hour rehearsals, I was thinking, wow, that's dedication. I can't think of anything I would want to do for 12 hours straight besides kiss and smooch Harvey from Stardew Valley. But then I realized that she has a team of dancers who also have to endure these 12-hour rehearsals. And that seems like a little much. I don't know if it's necessary either. This doesn't look like it requires recurring 12-hour sessions of rehearsal. That was close. I'm getting better. I'm getting good. knee hurts.
Cut the cameras. Shut it down. Call an ambulance.
But intense rehearsals are nothing new for JoJo. Apparently, she and her mom started a pop group a while back with 6 young girls. She formed them after herself, kinda, with the bows and rhinestones and bright colors. It's basically like she tried to make 6 versions of herself and put them in a group together, which would make them JoJo's, JoJo's. They went with XOMG Pop. Mine was better. According to one of the members' moms, the conditions were way too intense for young girls. They say the rehearsals were long and physically exhausting, and the Siwas were allegedly trying to get the members to cry for the cameras and pit them against each other. One of the members had chronic health conditions, and days before one of her surgeries was at a rehearsal and started bleeding from her stomach, and Jessica Siwa told her to put a pad on it to keep blood from getting on the costume. The costume isn't the issue, Jessica. There shouldn't be blood at all. This is literally putting a band-aid on the situation. Also, they fired this member and her mom after her mom tried to say something about the condition. So I guess JoJo is telling the truth. She was a bad girl. It's like they're trying to get people riled up and have some kind of reaction about how crazy she's being or how psycho she's acting. They're saying psycho. No one else is saying psycho, just them.
They probably think I'm psycho. Valid.
I'm sorry. The old JoJo can't come to the phone right now. Why? That bitch is in dreamland.
They even orchestrated a paparazzi session as JoJo is leaving a sex store. Oh no, is this me holding a giant penis plushie while decked out in merch promoting my new song coming out on April 5th? I said April 5th, write it down. With the words 18 plus only conveniently hovering above my head? Guys, please. Come on. No photos. Also, I took a screenshot of this picture for the video, and then the next day, Snapchat auto-generated me this collage, like they're related subjects or something. Just because there's 2 bones doesn't mean they belong in the same place, Snapchat. Anyway, I'm getting this framed. But guys, today is the day. The wait is finally over. Honestly, I'm a little excited, so let's go see what all the fuss is about. Karma, 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 karma. Okay, well, that had music and video. Bye. Hey guys, today we're going to talk about being ugly. And now that you're here, we can get started. A twinge of cringe. My name is ChadChad.
Not really. I don't know how you keep falling for that. It's not ChadChad. It's never been ChadChad.
And the most important thing in life is being pretty. Not friends, not family, not getting to enjoy life without having to constantly consider what you look like from an outside perspective and your first thought when you hear a joke being, am I gonna look good while I laugh at this? Instead of just, hey, that was funny. I'm gonna laugh at this. Is that how people think? I don't even know anymore. I want to blame a lot of this on TikTok, but every social media platform is to blame. All you have to do is look at 2016 beauty trends and see the full glam beats people were putting on to go watch Suicide Squad. And that doesn't exclude me. I'm going to be very vulnerable right now and show you how I was doing my eyebrows in 2016. This is me opening up to you. This is bringing us closer. Do you feel close to me? Are you close? So it's not like TikTok invented this. Beauty standards have literally always existed. It's just the way it's enabled us to see everyone's opinion on beauty every second of every day. It's like a constant bombarding of expectations from hundreds of thousands of people, which makes the standard for being pretty not only more unattainable, but also more expected. Being attractive is like an internet admission fee, one that I can't pay, according to this guy that I recently made a video about.
I will be always ignoring you and ladies like you because you fucking ugly bitch. For real.
She hates me, but she wants me.
And this is heartbreaking. I am distraught. I can't eat. I can't sleep. I can't poop. All I do is cry and pine for my one true love, my cupcake, my boo cake, my sweet little, tiny little urinal cake. And I want, nay, I need to win him over. And that means I'm gonna need to glow up. Thankfully, there's a TikTok creator by the name of the Glow Ups Gal who can help me out with that. Because of TikTok's crazy beauty standards, we end up with most of us not feeling comfortable in our own skin. And that means that sometimes we wanna change something about ourselves. And that's perfectly okay. We all have insecurities. Not me, that's a skill issue, but it also means that people will post TikToks asking the internet what they can do to look better. Perfect place to do that. Nothing could go wrong. Everyone here is so nice and kind. And this is where the glow up gal steps up to the plate. Basically, she'll find these types of videos with people asking for advice, whether they've asked how to look better or if they've asked for brutal honesty about what's wrong with them, and then she'll give it to them.
I got you, girl. Since you asked for brutal honesty, I'm gonna give you an honest makeover to help you instantly glow up. First, I'm removing your glasses.
I got you, girls. Since you asked for brutal honesty, I have to say your face is honestly brutal. Most of her videos are 1 minute to 2 minutes long, but they could probably all be summed up with just, hey, put some makeup on.
I got you, girl. Since you asked for brutal honesty, I'm gonna go in with concealer and a skin tint to cover your acne and even out your skin tone. I also use bronzer to contour your face into looking more defined. Here's the end result. Look at that difference.
She doesn't go into what products to use or how to apply unsaid products. I would say the instructions aren't very specific, but they don't exist, really.
I'm going in with some contour and highlighter on your nose to make it appear smaller.
It's even more unhelpful that she isn't actually doing any of the things that she's recommending these people do. Like, she'll say she's applying contour to the forehead. No, you're not. This is Facetune. You're just swiping your finger on a screen of pixels. Okay, and now I'm just gonna fill in my eyebrows. And done. Comparing the results of Facetune to what your makeup should look like in real life is so unreasonable. Oh, when you apply your concealer, it shows the lines in your skin that everybody has. But when I did it on a screen with an airbrush tool, it looked nothing like that. Maybe it's a skill issue? Maybe you're just too ugly? Maybe you're just way beyond help. It even goes beyond this because I've noticed a lot of these glow up videos will change the person's entire face structure. Like in this one, as she swipes over, you can see it completely shaves off the edge of her face.
Look at that difference. Look at that difference. Look at that difference. Look at that difference.
Here is a simple and achievable trick to glow up that I like to call not having this face. I don't like that one. Get rid of it. She also starts this one by saying that these are tips to instantly glow up, and then her first suggestion is that they grow out their hair.
I'm gonna give you an honest makeover to help you instantly glow up. Starting off with your hair, I'd suggest growing it out.
Your hair isn't doing much for you, so I'd suggest growing it out as much as possible. Starting with your hair, I'd suggest growing it out.
So one of the most not instant things you can do. Hey, grow your hair out.
I will.
Now, do it now.
I'm trying.
Instantly grow out your hair this instant. ASAP. Pronto. Squeeze it out of there. Get it out. Stat.
Oh my god, I can't believe that worked.
That was strenuous. I sure could use a sip of water. I love taking sips of water from my Air Up water bottle. Made by Air Up. This video is sponsored by Air Up. Unfortunately, I have the type of brain where I'll procrastinate drinking water. So I'll be thinking to myself, oh, I haven't had enough water today. I should really drink some. It's important and it keeps me alive. But I don't want to do that right now. No. Fortunately though, Air Up makes drinking water more interesting using scent-based taste. I'm still getting hydrated and drinking plain water with no sugars or sweeteners added, but with Air Up's flavor pods, it doesn't seem like plain water to me. They have 15 different flavors to choose from. My new favorite is the cherry cola, but before that it was lime or the orange vanilla swirl. I love swirling. I love swirlies. You just have to fill up your Air Up bottle with water. You can even use sparkling water if you want. Get a little fancy. Choose your scent pod and pop it on there. Then you just have to activate your pod by lifting it like this, and voila. Now you can start drinking from your bottle while holding it straight up. Plus their bottles are really cute, and there's just something about having a colorful bottle that makes me use it more often. And yes, that is the same thought process as a hummingbird. And so what are you gonna do? Nothing. I can take you, and I'm a freaking hummingbird, and I can take you. If you want to check them out, you can visit the website on screen or just click the link in my description. Thanks to Air Up for sponsoring, and let's get back to the video. In a couple other videos, she will completely change where people's facial features are. For example, this glow up involves relocating someone's eyeball.
Since you asked for brutal honesty, I'm going to tell you exactly what you can do to be prettier. Starting off, your hair isn't doing much for you, so I'd suggest growing it out as much as possible. Now, I'm adding mascara to really make your eyes pop and give you a big boost in femininity, as well as adding some highlighter to your inner corners.
She'll say she's just adding mascara, but as she's using the app, it's literally changing the whole shape of someone's eye.
Look at that difference.
It is different. A different person. You made them on your phone and they're not real. They look like a character from Episode Now. And now for the reveal. Look at that difference. A lot of her standards for what counts as pretty are pretty questionable. That's a good one. One of her most frequent recommendations is that they make their hair blonde and straight.
To start off, I'm giving you a few highlights to lighten your hair. I'm also just styling it by straightening for a cleaner look.
Giving you this bright, white, foxy blonde color.
Starting off with your hair, I think a bright blonde would look way better on you.
This person, for example, has gorgeous curly hair, and the first thing Glow Up Gal says is,
starting off, your hair isn't doing much for you. I'd suggest growing it out and dyeing it a more suiting color.
Starting out, have you tried having white people hair? Have you tried Eurocentric beauty standards? I've heard a lot about them. People seem to be talking about them a lot. They seem to be pretty popular right now. You should try it. She doesn't seem to approve of any dyed hair colors, no greens, no blues, no reds, and objectively, I think that's pretty messed up. From an outside perspective with no personal skin in the game, I think that's very not cool. If she does come across someone with more of an alternative style, she'll transform them to not have that.
Starting off with your hair, I'm ignoring personal style and getting rid of your bangs. Here's the end result. Look at that difference.
To start, I'm ignoring the style that you clearly prefer and feel most comfortable in order to enforce my own narrow idea of what beauty should look like onto you. Her standards are eerily similar to my grandmother's. No hair dye, no tattoos, no short hair. Also, I think Trump is Jesus. I'm just saying, I've never seen him in the same room before. Another one of her standards is that prettier equals smaller. Face? Smaller. Nose? Smaller. Self-esteem? Smaller. A lot of her tips and tricks are done for the sole purpose of making things appear small. She contours the forehead to make it look smaller. She contours the nose to make it look small. She suggests growing out your hair to make your face smaller.
I'm also using some contour on your cheeks and jaw to lift your face and make it look smaller. I'm using some contour on your nose to make it appear smaller.
Going in with some bronzer to add some warmth to your face and contour it to look smaller.
As well as some bronzer to contour your face into looking slimmer.
Because your face should be tiny. The closer your face is to not existing, the better. I want to have to use a microscope to see your beauty. And the winner of 2024 Miss America is ChadChad. There she is. She is absolutely glowing. I can't see her. Exactly, John. And that is why we love her. No, she's not there. Right you are, John. How does she do it? Sometimes it seems like her main goal is to make everybody look like the same person. Any ounce of individualism just gets sucked away immediately. Man, sure wish my name was individualism the way it's getting sucked out immediately around here. Sure wish my name was individualism. I've never seen Glow Up Gal do a video for a guy, and that might be because the only advice she has to offer is wear makeup, grow your hair longer, and don't have acne. So these are all pretty groundbreaking concepts in the world of beauty. You might be thinking she never does videos for guys because it's only girls requesting them, but apparently that doesn't matter because a lot of the girls didn't request them either. She actually just grabs whatever video she wants, I guess, and puts text over the original to make it appear like they've asked her to do this.
I got you, girl. For your hair, I don't think this color or style is doing much for you. It looks like you have some kind of deep acne scarring, so if you'd like a more permanent fix to this, I'd look into dermabrasion or getting a chemical peel from a dermatologist.
This is the original video. There's no caption. There's no request anywhere for Glow Up Gal to give this person a glow up. The creator of the original even made this post reiterating that they did not ask for this to happen. And once people realized that this user didn't actually request a glow up, they started to notice this being a pattern for Glow Up Gal. 2 of her biggest, most viewed videos are glow-ups given to people that did not ask for them. I found the originals for both of them thanks to the comments, and you can see them here, and that she just added her own text over it. How can I glow up? Be brutally honest.
I got you, girl. Since you asked for brutal honesty.
Did she though? Did she ask for that? Did she really? Sometimes, like in this video, she'll say things like,
I'd suggest using tretinoin or going on Accutane. So I'd suggest going on Accutane.
First of all, no one asked. Literally, this person did not ask. And second of all, she says this like it's not something someone with acne is already gonna be aware of. It's so expensive and complicated to get a prescription for Accutane, and there are so many hoops you have to jump through to get it and continue taking it, plus all the side effects that people may not want to deal with. So I promise someone with acne is aware of the existence of Accutane. And yeah, I've had acne for most of my life. It affects me on a daily basis, so I've pretty much tried everything. Have you tried drinking more water? Yeah, it's like the first thing I tried. I recommend drinking more water. Thank you, this was helpful. Also, try putting on some fucking makeup. In this video, which is also someone who did not ask for advice or brutal honesty, this is Glow Up Gal's first tip.
To start off, I'd suggest getting your braces off.
Hey, that thing you're doing to straighten your teeth and improve your appearance? Stop doing that. This is especially funny to me because in this glow up video, she actually advises this person get braces.
Starting off, I'd suggest getting braces to help straighten out your teeth, as well as whitening them to appear cleaner. You can do this in a dental office or at home with whitening strips.
So you should have braces. You just shouldn't let anyone see them. Go get braces, but don't you dare show your face around here till they're gone. Obviously, their plan is to remove the braces. That's the plan of every person who gets braces. This was so unnecessary. This was like when someone tells you to do something that you're already in the middle of doing, which pisses me off. So I would keep the braces on forever out of spite. My teeth would be straighter than 3-in-1 body wash. And I just want to add a reminder that this person did not ask to have their appearance critiqued. They did not ask for someone on the internet to be brutally honest about their face. And speaking of which, the glow up scowl, I can't say glow up scowl now, my mouth is so dry. I sure could use a sip of water from my Air Up water bottle made by Air Up. And speaking of which, the glow up scowl has never shown hers. She only uses voiceovers, and as far as I can tell, this is her only account. It's just so ironic that a faceless creator is posting these videos telling other people that they're not attractive enough. How do we know you're qualified? How do we know you don't have braces? How do we make sure your face is the size of a protozoa? Unfortunately, a big portion of the videos glow up scowl posts are of young girls. Some are probably in their teens. Some might be even younger. And just imagine being that age, scrolling on TikTok, and then finding out an account saw you and decided that you needed a complete Photoshop makeover to look better. Ahem. How would that be beneficial to anyone, let alone someone whose face isn't even gonna look the same in a few years? Your face isn't done cooking yet. Even the question, how can I look better, is already an impossible one. What looks better to me isn't the same as what looks better to you, and what looks better to glow up scowl is really fucking weird. Just because her idea of beauty is looking more feminine and smoother and smaller, teeny tiny even, doesn't mean that's what people want to look like or should look like. Beauty is different for everyone. Beauty is like a belly button. They're all unique and different, but I still want to stick my finger in every single one of them. Is that a weird thing to say? Consensually. And as long as you're over the age of like 25. Despite all of this, Glow Up Scowl considers herself enough of an expert in beauty to offer private, virtual makeovers for money. Her bio has a link to a website where you can purchase a makeover for $20 that will help you unlock your full potential of being the prettiest, sexiest amoeba you can be. Ooh, you're so cute, you're so pretty. What a pretty little amoeba. I bought the advanced style for $25, on sale for $15, and pretty much right after I bought it, they were sold out, so I was very lucky I got one in time. I submitted my picture like the instructions told me, and I messaged her asking for help, but then I got an email telling me that it could be up to 4 weeks before I got my makeover back. Update, I sent this on March 4th and it is currently 1:14 a.m. on March 23rd and I still haven't gotten anything back. I don't know how to fix my forehead. Please help me. What am I supposed to do? I don't have 4 weeks. Dimitri won't wait that long. I have to do something now. Right now. Like right now. Now we're gonna go to the next, just go to the next thing. Why are you still here? Is this because people were complaining that your videos aren't long enough and you're trying to make them longer? That is so annoying. Go to the next. Okay, so this is what we're working with. Clearly I have pores and that's not cool or okay at all. So we're just gonna go ahead and get rid of those. Now we're just applying concealer to my under eyes. If this isn't what your concealer looks like when you're applying concealer, then you're a failure as a human being and you should just give up on everything. And now I'm just adding mascara and a little bit of eyeliner in my waterline and in my eye as well. And it's looking great so far. So now we're just applying contour to the forehead to make it appear smaller. Hopefully, we pray to God. Now we're just applying a little bit of blush, just a little bit, just a pinch, a touch of blush. Oh, I almost forgot to contour my nose. We need to contour the nose also to make it a little bit, we need to make it little. We need to make it small. Oh my God. As you can see, the transformation look at that difference. This is already so much better. I was trying to put a PNG on Snapchat, but it wouldn't work. So this is just me trying to, yeah, that looks really good. Look at that difference. Actually, you know what? Now that I'm looking at it, this is still looking a little too big. Everything's a little too big. Let's just get in there with the reshape tool and correct that. This is already looking way better. Now we're talking. That is the ideal face size and shape, guys. The hair is still, I'm still trying to use the PNG. Now we're just gonna go ahead and make my hair good, which means blonde. This is how it's looking. And now for the final reveal. Wow, look at that difference. Guys, this is amazing. I am finally Dimitri's type. He will finally be attracted to me. We can finally get married. You guys are all invited to the wedding. Thank you so much for being here. Hugs and kisses. I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing. And if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here. And I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. School, homework, detention, swirlies. There are lots of reasons why someone may not want to put their kids in a typical schooling environment. And there are lots of reasons why kids themselves hate school, especially if they live in the US. Maybe not the worst education system in the world, but we sure are gunning for it. With all those reasons, it can make sense that someone may want to try out alternative schooling methods. The most popular being probably online schooling, which is something that a lot of people became familiar with in 2020. With online assignments and Zoom classes, it makes pretending to do algebra while playing Animal Crossing much easier. Then of course you have homeschooling, where your parents get to decide whether you're a dumb kid with no friends or a smart kid with no friends. But recently I found out there's a third option.
So we don't teach our children anything. Everything that they learn is in response to either their interests or their questions. We have no curriculum, we have no school hours. We really just respond whenever they want to know something and do our best to make sure they really get it.
Free schooling or unschooling is like a branch of homeschooling minus the schooling. This website says it's an educational philosophy that relies on a kid's innate curiosity and desire to learn. In families that practice unschooling, students do not attend school and do not follow any set homeschool curriculum. So they typically don't have any courses. They just go about their day, and if the kid happens to ask a question like, hey, what's math? Then the parent would explain it and try to teach in the moment, which relies on the kid to ask really good, insightful questions all the time, which they usually do. Mom, why is my booger purple? Also, during which year did the French Revolution end? But she goes on to show us an example of the unschooling her son has been doing.
My son's 6, and it took some patience, and not comparing myself to other moms, but this is his book. Look at this. Lamp, egg, jar, lion. This is him doing this by himself.
So her son is 6 years old, and this is seemingly the first time he's ever written words down. All of the top comments are pointing out that this isn't very advanced for a 6-year-old, and I don't have a way to gauge whether it is or not, so I asked my mom, who homeschooled 5 kids. She said, well, there are way too many factors to consider. Are they a first child with a stay-at-home mom? Is their birthday at the end of the year? Then wrong there. That's the wrong there, Mom. Yeah, that looks about like I would expect a 6-year-old to write. That doesn't seem extraordinary. And then, of course, she closed it out with the smirking emoji because she thinks it's just a regular smiling emoji, and I am not going to explain to her why it's not. But regardless of skill level, I don't know that this can be called writing, not because of how it looks, but because she mentions he's been going around the house and copying these words down. So he can't write them from memory and probably doesn't know what they mean. He's just mimicking the lines of the letters. So this is more like drawing. She's also said that they teach in moments exactly like this. This is where they would educate while the kid is showing interest in the topic, but I don't think she did that.
This is him doing this by himself.
From what we can see, they didn't go into any more depth. There isn't any more writing aside from what he put there initially, so they didn't turn it into a lesson and have him practice. But they did stop to make a TikTok, so while he's not getting a proper education, at least his parents are using him to become social media influencers. Phew. My light just...
And my big fear about free schooling was that if my kids only went towards what they were interested in, saving all of their real estate only for things they're interested in, not cramming it with anything necessary, I was concerned that they would never be interested in things like reading and writing and math.
To counter this fear, have you tried teaching them reading and writing and math? It's really good for kids to learn at this age, and he clearly wants to. If you don't make an actual plan to educate them now, this is the level that they're gonna stay at. The motivation is only gonna decrease. Hey, Timmy, you wanna learn about the alphabet now? Egg. Timmy, it's not cute anymore. Egg. Timmy, you're 17. Egg. But something Timmy would want to learn about is today's sponsor. Timmy. This video is sponsored by Opera. Whenever I'm editing on a time crunch, I have a tab open for music, a tab open for sound effects, one for PNGs, one for pictures of Riz Apple, and then bam, suddenly I have 33 tabs open at the same time. Opera is a web browser that offers a variety of features, including context-based tab grouping that makes your tabs cuddled together and save space. So no matter how disorganized your mind is, Opera makes it look like you have things under control. I'm a big fan of their built-in ad blocker that you just toggle on or off, no extra steps or extensions required. It makes everything move more smoothly. And the sidebar feature is also great because you can control your music and check messages without having to open more tabs or close out of the browser. It's just all right there. You can even customize your Opera browser with their wallpapers. They've got animated ones, or you can add your own. And with their Aria feature, you can ask questions and get immediate answers from the web. It's also available in the sidebar, so always there if you need it. Or you can highlight text and it'll give you a quick description of the word or topic you're looking at. If you want to check it out, just use my link in the description and download Opera today. Thanks to Opera for sponsoring, and let's get back to the video. She says he'll ask about math sometimes too.
Same with addition. Mom, what's 7 plus 5? It will come at the right time.
Why does she pause like this? The stare that she does is so scary. If my mom looked at me like this after I asked a math question, I would never ask one again. But maybe this is a one-off. Maybe she was just really excited, and typically she does turn questions like this into a teaching moment.
When you say that somebody's bad energy and you don't like them because they're bad energy, what you're really saying is that they remind you of yourself.
What if that was a teaching moment? What if they were about to ask what trigonometry is? While she doesn't push her kids to learn things like reading and writing, she does make sure to give lessons on the really essential things.
There was a god named Kronos, and he was so afraid that one of his babies was going to take over his kingdom that he said, every time one of my sons is born, I'm going to eat that. I'm gonna eat my own son.
Learning the ABCs? No, we're too busy learning about cannibalistic deities. It's more important, and Kronos is really cool. He kinda ate. Her child is asking questions here, but mostly because he doesn't know what the fuck is going on.
Why is he gonna eat his own son?
Because that's the nature of chronological or Kronos time.
Ma'am, this child is not learning anything from what you just said. Even if this kid understood what that answer meant, it wouldn't be an answer, because her answer was just, that's just the nature of chronological time. Just because it does, that's how it is. You can tell he's completely lost, but it doesn't matter because this lesson isn't for his benefit, it's for hers. More specifically, it's for her business's benefit because she promotes her book and website at the end of it. On that website, you can get some of her free audiobooks, or you can enroll in her school workshop for money. So she can teach, but only if you're a paying customer. Maybe your kids would be able to read if they weren't so broke. Oh, you want to count to 100? Why don't you put 100 big ones right here first? Let's start there. One of the key points in unschooling is that the kids learn life skills and not just scholarly ones. For example, how to cut vegetables.
I'm amazed. I'm amazed. Technique, baby. Technique. Good job.
Is the point of this to prove that unschooling is effective here? Because to me, it just proves that over the course of 4 years, your child developed fine motor skills, and I don't think unschooling is responsible for that. If anything, they should be way better at this. If they're at home doing it all the time, they should be Zorro at this point. She's got a literal baby waving a knife around, and the only warning she's giving is in a sing-songy voice.
If you cut your finger wrong, na 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 na. So be careful, my baby.
This kid does not have the motor skills or the mental capacity to understand how dangerous this is, especially when she's acting like it's a silly thing happening. I'm gonna go in that door. Don't go in there. Whoa, why not? It's very dangerous. You will probably die. Your demise is imminent. Those seem kind of important though. While I was looking into this account, I stumbled onto another unschooling mom.
Day one of unschooling, and I've got my kids helping me to clean the car out. Teaching them hard work, taking care of the things that you love, that you need, and also needed the car cleaned.
Oh, so like chores. You're educating them by having them do regular house chores. You can't claim that cleaning the car and learning hard work is an acceptable replacement for actual curriculum. Cleaning and taking care of things is something that kids should be learning on top of their regular education, not instead of. This parent said she pulled her kids out of school to do this because she was unhappy with the public education system.
We have 52 days until I pull my child out of public school and start unschooling him. Lots of hands-on stuff to teach him these things, not just reading out of a fucking book, which is what's wrong with public school.
And while yes, there are a lot of things wrong with the public education system, I don't think that books in and of themselves are what's wrong with it. Books are usually pretty helpful, learning-wise. Not to be controversial, I don't know if she had maybe just a personal bad experience with books. You've got a lot of nerve showing up here.
It's been 5 years. Just let it go.
Let it go? You stole my college application essay.
Not this again.
I didn't get into Yale because of you.
I was in a bind.
Give me my paper back. And again, none of these are actual lesson plans. This is just hanging out with your kid, which is important, but so is being able to read a ruler. Very weird hat. Or even knowing what a number 2 pencil is. Why do they call it a number 2 pencil? Why don't they just call it a poopy pencil? She also claims that going to the grocery store qualifies as an unschooling lesson.
Now they're gonna go grocery shopping with me and we're gonna learn about reading labels. We're gonna learn about math and money. When you're buying groceries, you need to make sure that the quality of it is good. So turn it over. See the prices on them right here? You typically want to make sure that you pick the lowest price.
These are just regular life skills that you should be teaching your kid whether they're unschooling or not. And how many times can a trip to the grocery store count as school? Because after a few, they're probably good to go, right? And next we have Timothy, graduating with a bachelor's in putting things in the cart and a minor in not buying rotten strawberries. Thank you. They said I couldn't do it. F the haters. Look at me now. When explaining her unschooling plan, she said the main things she'll be focusing on are starting a garden, great, and that she's going to be teaching them how to establish boundaries. You should be doing that already. And she's going to teach them how to bake and cook. You should do that already. And also sports.
Also going to be doing lots of sports. So he'll be in any sport, every sport that we can possibly think of, because we will now have time to do so.
Okay, so now that we've listed all the extracurriculars, what are you going to teach them?
I'll be taking them to the aquarium and zoos and learning through life experiences.
Oh!
They're gonna learn through life experiences, kind of like everyone else who is alive. The only references she makes to actual school subjects are like this.
Day 2 of unschooling and we're at the park learning how to have fun. But before you get your panties in a wad, listen. Yes, we're going to be doing reading and writing and math and maybe science, but it's not going to look the same as traditional public school. It's going to be different.
These are just things that you should have mapped out before pulling your kids out of school. I never do anything for my kids without a plan, and I have 2 billion of them, and I make sure each and every one of them has a bed made out of galvanized steel with eco-friendly wood and a mattress that I borrowed from my aunt. Based on some of her older videos, it seems like she made this decision due to personal issues she was having with her kids' school.
The other day, or a couple weeks ago, she sent home in his folder a piece of paper that had a signature side and a date side. And she told him, didn't say nothing to me, told him to tell me I needed to take his homework out of his folder every single night, sign and date this piece of paper, and send it back to her every single day.
This video has been deleted now, but she's complaining that her son's teacher asked her to sign and date his homework every night, which is usually just to show that you're involved in your kids' schooling and that you understand what they're currently doing in school. And of all the things you have to take care of as a parent, this seems like one of the easiest ones, but she literally refused to do it.
Now, listen, I took that piece of paper out and I said, I'm not doing that, baby. I run a massive business through social media. I don't have time, literally.
I don't have time to help with my kids' education. However, I do have time to be completely and solely responsible for it. What's really sad about this is that her kid clearly wants her to sign. He makes a comment about some kind of reward system they have, some bonus he gets, and she can't be bothered. But isn't the point of unschooling to put your kids' individual needs first? Isn't the argued benefit that your teacher is your parent who knows you really well and has your individual best interests in mind? If you couldn't do that for literal seconds every night, what makes you think you're going to be able to do it 24/7 every single day? For some reason, she titled this Teacher on a Power Trip, and the teacher is just asking her to do something that probably all the parents are asked to do. It's a very simple instruction, and I thought that those were important to her.
Teaching how to follow instructions.
Those who can't do teach, I guess. The way she describes her unschooling plan just sounds like a pretty immature grasp of what it's gonna take. It's almost like the kid is the one who came up with it.
Okay, so first we're gonna go to the park.
Okay.
And then we're gonna go to the swimming pool.
Then we'll do school.
I'm not done. Then we're gonna go to the grocery store and buy 500,000 Go-Gurts.
How is that school?
It's math, bitch.
Another concern people had with her unschooling was her kids losing the socialization they get at school. And her response was, oh, they don't need that actually.
We don't actually need socialization skills. We need to know how to communicate, which you can do with your parents. We need to know how to connect, which you can do with your parents. And those are skills that you take for the rest of your life to make friendships.
All of the things she's listing are things you learn from socializing. We don't actually need socialization. We need to know how to socialize, how to be social, how to interact with people socially in a social way. Her argument is kind of that you can get all the socialization you need from your parents and don't need to hang out with kids your age. And she believes that going to the grocery store is also also a form of socialization.
There's so many ways you could teach your child how to be social. Take them on grocery shopping trips. Take them to go to the zoo, and teach them how to talk to people. Lead by example.
I had no idea that going to the grocery store was so beneficial. It's a math lesson, it's a social visit, it's kind of a one-stop shop, I guess. She also has this video, which isn't a great sign.
If the worst thing that happens to my kids from unschooling is not knowing how to socialize, I think they'll be fine. I never leave my house and don't like people either, but I'm still happy and successful.
And if she's leading by example,
lead by example.
Something tells me they also won't leave the house a lot. And it's kind of hard to practice the unschooling method and learn through life experiences when you aren't having any experiences. But I'm sure they'll never get tired of hanging out with their parents or struggle to connect with people their age in the future. Hey, you want to grab a drink with us? If we go to Applebee's, I have a coupon. Oh, we were thinking like a club. Ooh, love a good club. Very hard to get the mayo right though. No, like dancing. Now you're talking. Why are your pants so high?
What happens when you send your kid to a classroom for 8 hours a day? That is outside influences impacting your child, because what they're going to learn isn't just coming from you. Beliefs that they're going to have aren't just coming from you.
Isn't that a good thing though? Your kid shouldn't only believe and think things that you think. Shouldn't they get a bunch of different opinions and beliefs from people and get a variety of perspectives? If your idea of schooling is making sure that your kid thinks exactly like you, that sounds less like education and more like conditioning. And unschooling is supposed to be about specializing your kids' education based on their specific ideas and interests. You can't tailor education to an individual if you don't see them as an individual. Also, the successful business she keeps referring to is a pyramid scheme.
I'm very proactive inside of my profession and my career of being an entrepreneur. They're likely going to follow that path because they're going to see how successful.
So, at least she can teach them shapes. A little bit of this reminds me of how I was raised. Again, I was homeschooled. You probably didn't know that. Just kidding. It's probably the only thing you know about me. Sorry, okay? Sorry I'm so mysterious and suave. Sorry I'm so shampoo coated. But my homeschooling wasn't really in an attempt to make me more prepared for the world or because I couldn't necessarily handle a typical school environment. It was more because normal kids are secular and besties with Satan. Sometimes they say things like, hey, you should smoke this, or fart, and both of those are equally as bad. The sole reason for my being homeschooled was religion and being able to limit the amount of interaction I had with the outside world, whether it be people or media. I wasn't allowed to watch PG-13 movies until I was 22. Just imagine being told you're not allowed to watch Jumanji, the Kevin Hart one, as a tax-paying citizen. And I think I would be better at a lot of things if I'd been able to interact with people my age before I was basically in my 20s. I missed out on a lot of skills like how to interact with people, how to not perceive every human being as a potential threat, how to order a milkshake at Sonic without breaking down in tears. Isolating your kids and making yourself the only presence in their life is probably less about what's good for them and more about what's good for you. And it's completely normal to have anxieties about where your kids are or how outside sources are going to affect them, but that doesn't mean that you should stop them from interacting with outside sources at all. That just sounds like you have anxieties that are being passed down to the next generation, like an heirloom, like a little apprehensive piece of furniture. You okay, man? Yeah, just some chest pain. And I'm not saying you shouldn't homeschool your kids or do alternative schooling, because I'm sure a lot of kids would benefit from something like that, but just don't do it bad. Just do it good. Otherwise, your kid's gonna end up like me in 20 years, and you don't want that. That is a threat. Anyway, guys, I gotta go to the grocery store for the 5th time today, so I gotta go.
Fiction is true the same way numbers are true, I would say. Like, you know, if you have one apple and one orange and one banana, the commonality between all of those three is 1. And you might say, well, is 1 as real as one fruit? Is the abstraction 1 as real as one fruit? And I would say, it depends on what you mean by real, but representing things mathematically and abstractly gives you incredible power, and you could make the case that the abstraction is actually more real than the phenomena that it represents.
Hey guys, I am stressed. So stressed that I haven't written a script for a video that's due in 5 days, but I still have to post a video in 5 days, so we're gonna do something right now. I don't know what it's gonna be, but it will be something. So have a seat, sit down, sit. I keep seeing this thing on TikTok, maybe you've seen it on Book Talk. It's usually a slideshow and it's kind of a preview of a book, and it says stuff like, when she hates her family, so she runs away into the woods and finds a cabin with a bear wolf man who has a bear wolf brother, and they both are romantically interested in her and turn a tree into a dildo and have their way with her. Have you guys seen stuff like that? too? I have. I've seen stuff like that. Let's look at some of those things if we can find them, because that's the rule of commentaries. You're supposed to find something that you don't like looking at it and then look at it a lot more and dedicate a whole video to it. That's showbiz, baby. That's just showbiz. It's showbiz. That's showbiz. I had so much to do today that I got into a paralysis mode where I literally walked in a circle in my house. I couldn't figure out in what order I should do things, so I did none of them all at once. My ADHD medication is not strong enough. It will never be strong enough. Ever. I found one. When she finds out her online best friend isn't who he says he is. He's the same person she's been obsessed with for 8 months and has been trying to forget about. Turns out he's just as obsessed as she is. And he's her ex-boyfriend's dad. Oh, father. Oh, okay. All right. All right, girl. So she's been stalking her ex-boyfriend's dad, and her ex-boyfriend dad has been stalking her. You guys are made for each other. This one's not very spicy. That's not spicy. That's just an age thing. It's not that weird to fall in love with your ex-boyfriend's dad. I do it all the time. I just did that yesterday. He has so many red flags. He's 13 years older. He's possessive. He's obsessive. He spanks you. He ties you up. He likes to do you hard and rough. He unalives people. Was all of this just listed on his Hinge profile? Yeah, I'm a stalker. I'm old as hell. I like to spank people, and I like to murder people. And if you're not into that stuff, don't call the cops, please. Just scroll. No need to be a snitch. I want to read the comments on this. Green flags. Well, are they really that red? He's killing people. That's pretty red. As far as red goes, that's about as red as you can get. The only thing worse than that would be, let me see. I'm so good at improv. I'm so good at coming up with things on the fly. I'm so good at being on flies. Why nobody hating? This is me. This is my alt account. That was me. I said that. I thought it was a slide, but it was a screen recording that someone took of a slide. Don't do that. The shy, innocent girl being afraid to get a tattoo because she has low pain tolerance. The 6'5" tattooed hockey player smirking and saying, "You're a lot better with pain than you think." Boy, if you don't... Ooh, I found one. The shy invisible girl is invited to play Drink or Dare with the hockey team, and she doesn't realize how dirty the dares are. What is with hockey? Why are we all talking about hockey? Is that a new thing? Do I need to start watching hockey? So when it's her turn, she gets a dare that puts her in a compromising situation. Either she can drink, or she can lick whipped cream off one of the players, anywhere below the neck. When she says it aloud, the Playboy hockey player volunteers himself, not wanting to see her with another guy. Her crush for him is growing, and she's afraid to get involved because of his history with women. But she does the dare, and before she knows it, he's taking his shirt off. She sprays the whipped cream down his abs and licks, and the whole team watches as she does it. She's the only one close enough to hear him moan. And then and that's the end. What the fuck? Why are you edging us? What happens next? Do they do it in front of the whole hockey team? I don't know. I keep seeing books that are about hockey players. That's just not a sexy thing. When I'm thinking of sexy things, which I do pretty often, hockey player has never shown up in my head. A sink with no dishes in it? Absolutely. Going to bed by 11 p.m.? Fuck yes. Starting my period and only getting 2 giant cystic acne spots? That's sexy. That's what I want to hear about. And something I want you to hear about is today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Lelo. I'm very pleased to announce that Lelo, the ultimate pleasure brand, and I are teaming up to give away free toys and discounts. Not these kinds of toys. The adult ones. The ones made for grown-ups who need to have a little grown-up fun sometimes. That's right, folks. You can win a free luxury Lelo toy because they're giving away thousands of them per month. They're the go-to luxury brand known for their first-rate designs and for putting quality first. But it's not just about toys. It's about being empowered. It's about self-care, and yourself wants to be taken care of. You know? You get it. And now Lelo has teamed up with the fashion brand Diesel to make a limited collection of toys like the Tor 2 and the Sona Cruz. Lelo also has the Cosmo Seal of Approval, and if you want to narrow down what kind of toy would suit you best, feel free to use this article as a guide because they have so much to offer, you might get lost in the sauce. If you want to check them out, you can click the link in the description, and if you want to enter for a chance to win a toy or discount, then be sure to subscribe to their newsletter. Thanks to Lelo for sponsoring, and let's get back to the video. Ooh, I found another slideshow. Okay, it's actually showing me slideshows now. Oh shit. Okay, this is a lot. We're getting into the stuff now. We're in the deep of it. Holy shit. When she's riding her boy roommate's face, and then someone knocks at his bedroom door. That's the shock emoji. Unable to stop myself, I sink my teeth into her thigh, loving the way she hisses down. Okay, this is just cord. This is just cord. Dude, you all right in there? My Paige's eyes widened, and I'll skip her. He has no idea. Okay. This is just corn, and I'm going to skip this one. Oh my god. I don't want the corn. I want the scenarios. I don't want to read that one either. Her sleeping through her alarm for 3 minutes straight. Her brother's best friend lying next to her, smirking as she sleeps through it. Wake her up, man. Help her. Now she's gonna be late for her meeting, and you could have done something. This is no smirking matter, sir. Also, no one sleeps with a lace bra on. This isn't cute. No one does this. Oh, time to go to bed. Let me put on the itchiest piece of clothing I own. When she never reached an so he... Okay, I don't want to read porn. Guys, I just want it to be silly. I don't want to hear about that stuff. That's gross. How is this allowed to be on here? I have seen the C word more times than I can count.
23, 24.
What are you doing, TikTok? I'm so glad we actually found slideshows. I was worried we weren't going to find any. But now all the slideshows are just... So, when God opens one window, he closes a door. Whatever that... I don't remember. When your fake husband orders you to wait for him naked on the balcony, except there's another couple making out next to yours, so you go back inside. Your eyes lock with your half-naked husband who demands, "What did I tell you, Bianca? I'm naked," you whisper. We know, Bianca. It says you're naked 2 times already. Distracted by the sight of his bare chest and abs. Where were you supposed to wait? Nervous, you open your mouth to lie, but your neighbors take it up a notch. His lips lift and he arches one eyebrow. How do you lift your lips? Do your lips even lift, bro? How much can he lift with his lips? Like 350? My lips can lift 400, not these ones. I've got the strongest lips this side of the Mississippi. This is a little more explicit than I was thinking. This is a little harder than I thought it would be. And I'm a little harder than I thought I would be. When there are 9 straight pages of him eating her out. No, thank you. And you posted them all on TikTok? When he's meeting his boss's daughter for the first time and he says, "You must be what, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27? I'm 28. Thanks though." Why does this have 103 likes? This is just a conversation of 2 people discussing how old they are. And 100,000 people were like, "Yes, good. I like that." You're 69ing with your brother's best friend. As you do, you try to, okay. All right, this is too much. Oh my God. Guys, this is just, I'm looking at porn on camera. This is weird. This is not what I wanted. This is stressing me out more. When she calls him friend to stop the situation from getting too steamy, is that our safe word? The top comment says, "Can someone please explain to me what safe word means?" You're too young to be seeing this video if you don't know what that means. Log out. Go outside. When her husband doesn't want to get her pregnant. I saw the rest of it before I finished reading it. When her husband doesn't want to get her pregnant, so he sends his brothers to do it. What? Why would... It doesn't say he can't get her pregnant. It says he doesn't want to. I don't want to f my wife. Just get them to do it. Mom, I don't want to f my wife. Can Charlie do it? Why am I always the one who has to f my wife, Mom? God, I hate this family. When your hot bodyguard is enjoying you and he accidentally answers a call, it's the head of the mafia on the line, his boss, and your dad. He clamps a hand over your mouth and glares at you in warning. But it's too late. You're about to... What does this mean? I'm about to flag? Oh my God, don't stop. I'm about to checkered flag. Busy. Talk later, he groans before he throws the phone. You just hung up on the boss of the mafia. I don't know much about the mafia, but I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to hang up on the guy who runs the mafia. Why did we romanticize the mafia in the first place? When no one ever sits next to him in meetings because they're scared they will get fired. Her pulling out the chair beside his and sitting in it. Bruh. What? He'll fire people if they sit next to him? Hey boss, can I sit here? Of course you can. And you're fired. I just don't understand. Oh, it's called grumpy romance. That explains it. He's just a little grumpy. He hasn't had a snack. We either have boring or hardcore porn. There is no in between. That's it. That's all you get. Let's go. She's staying at her enemy's house because only he has an open room, but she decides to fix the place to make use of her time. But while she's fixing the shower, he walks in with nothing on. That's okay, and that's it. All right. Well, it would make sense for him to be walking to the shower with nothing on. I don't know how else you would walk into a shower. Also, why is she staying at her enemy's house? Because only he has an open room. You can't find anyone else who has a free room. You guys can't be that big of enemies if you're still open to staying in the same house as him. Seems like you guys just have beef. Also, if I'm staying at someone's house and I get a little bored, my first instinct isn't to start renovating their home. Well, I have a free hour, so guess I gotta replumb the bathrooms and then sleep with my sworn enemy. There's nothing else to do. I can't do anything else. There's nothing else. You were having an argument with your husband. He's sitting in the living room while you yell at him for half an hour now.
And the worst part is that you're not even listening.
I was. Just waited for you to finish, love. He then did a man spread in the sexiest way possible. I'm all ears, babe. Babe, what's wrong? I'm listening. Go on, love. Yell at me. You weren't going to yell at him anymore because you could have seen the way he looked at you. Okay. You could tell he was turned on. I mean, did you see how he manspreaded? He's turned on, for sure. I know you too well. Oh, love. Just thinking about you yelling at me while I do the most unholy things while you scream my name. The recommended search is manspread scenarios. Don't encourage them. We're trying to nip this in the bud. We're trying to get rid of this. We've been complaining about this and now you guys are sexualizing it? Cut it out. It's not sexy. Imagine you were in an Uber coming from a club with your friends. There was no space left and you had to sit on E.N.'s lap. Okay, I did read some Wattpad when I was a kid. Not enough to know what E/N means, so I'm just gonna say Aaron. Kind of looks like Aaron. Let me put the seatbelt on, Aaron said. There was so much noise in the car from the loud music and your drunk friends, so no one was paying attention. While Aaron put the seatbelt on, he was barely touching your body. Are you afraid to touch me or what? Hey, are you afraid to touch me or what? What are you, a little bitch? What's the problem? No, of course not. It's just, he said as you cutted him off. Oh my God. She cutted him? Stop. Oh my God. You're hard, you said, with a smirk on your face. You guys are in an Uber with a bunch of other people. Keep it in your pants. Literally. Put it back in your pants. Why in? Okay, I do know what this one means. That's my name. And my name is Chad. Chad, he said, surprised. If that helps, This is not helping. This is not helping the day I'm having. If that helps, I'm too, you said. Suddenly his hand got on your thigh. Oh, it got on there? That's a sexy way to put that. Suddenly his hand got on my boob. That's so sexy. Thank you. Okay, and then it gets to be too much. And then you go too far. You have to tease it, okay? You can't go straight to the heavy stuff. You gotta warm us up a little bit. Imagine you run as fast as you can. That because you just pranked your enemy. I don't know what kind of enemies you guys are having. You don't really usually have a back and forth with someone who's your sworn enemy. 2 words. He's wet. I don't like those 2 words. That asshole deserved every single water drop that was falling on him. You don't get to close the door and your enemy just pops up. As you both are in, he closes the door and locks it. Come here, Chad, he says, his shirt glued to his skin. Come on, Aaron, it was a prank. Why do you always have to overreact? Oh yeah? Overreacting? He grabs both of your hands and pins them on a wall, his body pressed to yours in water. Yeah, it sounds like you guys really hate each other. It sounds like you guys really don't get along at all. You can't just say that you're enemies and then you hang out with each other and you enjoy each other's company and have camaraderie. That was the word I was looking for, camaraderie. You can't have camaraderie and general banter with your enemy. I'm your enemy and I just killed your mom, your dad, your brother, and your sister. Oh yeah? Well, I just got your nose. Stop, give it back. Stop. All right, I'm gonna stop reading these. Comment below if you want me to read E/N/Y/N stories on imagine.talk. Comment below. Comment above if you want, if you can figure it out. He's 38. He thought she was 21. I don't like where this is going. He fell for her, but then he finds out her true age. Oh no. He sets her free to give her a life. Sets her free? Oh, was he keeping her in a fence? Why couldn't she leave? Months later, he receives a call. She's been taken to the hospital. What happened? Oh, in the caption it tells us, age gap, mafia, she's pregnant. These are like the spark notes of the story. Wait, how old is she? How old is she? Why are so many authors obsessed with making the female? Oh, she's 18? Ew. He's, what, he was 38? There's a 20-year age gap? Ew. What is wrong with you guys? I thought that maybe she was older than she said she was, and that he was just gonna be mad that she lied. But no, she was actually younger. She's 18, he's 38, and he's in the mafia. He's probably the boss, or he's her bodyguard. Why don't they have any other positions? Do they have any other positions in the mafia besides boss and bodyguard? What about secretary? Can we have one where the guy is just a secretary for the mafia? He just answers emails for the mob boss. All right, I just rescheduled your 9 a.m. and your mom called to confirm your lunch with her today. Okay. All right. Still on. Okay, I'll let her know. I'm still feeling a little stressed, if not more stressed. I don't think this helped at all. Let me just find some other ways to calm down. How to relax. Try active relaxation. Focus on your breathing. Get creative. Spend time in nature. Picture yourself somewhere serene. I can try that. Waterfalls are serene. Creeks are serene. I'm picturing Serene Williams. This is perfect. I'm so calm. I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Uh-oh, guys, I'm in the closet. During Pride Month, too? That's messed up. Anyway, while we're here, might as well talk about clothes, specifically these ones that you can get here at this website, because they're my merch. They are my merch. I don't know why I said that like it was a question. It's not a question, it is my merch. Here's this design, and this design, and there's also that design. Wow, look at that design. Here's some pictures and videos of me wearing the shirts and looking really good in them, because they look really, really good after tomorrow when I've gotten my hair done and it doesn't look like deep fried straw. And if you wear them, it'll make you very cool. I'm sure you're already cool, but these will make you twice as cool. These will make you cool. Anyway, that's the merch, that's the announcement. Now we can get back to it. Fine, we can look at it one more time, since you insist, since you insisted. Hey guys, today we're talking about men who kick balls and men whose balls we'd like to kick. A twinge of cringe. My name is ChadChad. Not really. And imagine you're a hardworking woman. If you're already a hardworking woman, you can just sit there. You've done enough. Now imagine you've dedicated years to your education, countless sleepless nights and energy drinks, all while working a job, or 2 maybe, or maybe even 3. Who knows? Everything sucks right now, but it was all worth it because today it's finally over. You've done it. Your friends and family surround you, beaming with pride as you toss your cap in the air and celebrate one of the biggest achievements of your life. And then a guy gets on stage and says this.
I think it is you, the women, who have had the most diabolical lies told to you. How many of you are sitting here now, about to cross this stage, and are thinking about all the promotions and titles you are going to get in your career? Some of you may go on to lead successful careers in the world, but I would venture to guess that the majority of you are most excited about your marriage and the children you will bring into this world.
If you don't know who this is, lucky, this is Harrison Butker, and he is a kicker for the Kansas City Chiefs. More like Kansas Shitty Chiefs, am I right?
Haha, good one, ChadChad. Up top. Oh God, ChadChad. No, don't.
If you don't know who they are Taylor Swift's football team, and if you don't know what football is, figure it out. I can't hold your hand through all of this. Harrison was invited to be the speaker at a graduation ceremony where he decided not to stick to the status quo. No. Stick to the status quo. Did you hear that run? I've got runs. I have the runs. Instead of using his time to inspire graduates or congratulate them on all their hard work, Harrison decided to use his time to complain about things that bother him. And the first thing that bothers him, apparently, is women having careers. And thank goodness he was here to save these women from the diabolical lies such as, hey, if you want to have a job, you can. The true diabolical lies at college are typically more like, this will get you a higher paying salary. You're gonna remember a single vocab word from your 4 semesters of Spanish. Harrison took this opportunity to address women and women only. He doesn't mention the importance of child rearing to the male graduates and brushes off their achievements as being kind of a pit stop on their way to becoming wives. And this might be one of the most inappropriate places to do that ever. The best time to try and tell women what they should be doing with their lives is never. But the worst time is when they're actively doing what they want to do with their lives. They're currently making an achievement toward their career, and you chose this one right now to talk about how they should be getting married. Maybe take a break from the balls and kick rocks for a minute instead, maybe. No, this is not a meet and greet. Everybody's gotta come in and say hi. Unless you have anything to say. This video is sponsored by Raycon. Raycon is an expert in giving us the audio quality we expect from the big guys without the big guy price tag. I've had my everyday earbuds for years at this point, and they're great, which is probably why they've sold 3 million of them. But now Raycon is launching the new and updated version of the everyday earbuds. They're coming in a new variety of colors, like this purple one. This light kind of purple is my favorite color right now. It's like they're reading my mind. Get out of there, Raycon. They've also got ergonomic design to fit whatever kind of ear you have. Big ear, little ear, medium little ear, plus a 32-hour battery life and the new quick charge function where just 10 minutes of charging can get you 90 minutes of battery life. They're also waterproof and sweat resistant, so you can wear them while working out. I like listening to music while I get groceries because otherwise I get stressed out by the noises and I can't get groceries. Luckily, these have active noise cancellation, so I can block all of that out, and if someone tries to talk to me, don't. But also I can toggle to awareness mode so I can hear my surroundings very briefly, we hope. If you want to check them out, just click the link in the description or go to buyraycon.com/ChadChad to get 15% off your Raycon purchase plus free shipping. Thank you to Raycon for sponsoring, and let's get back to the video.
I'll talk to Harrison all year long, man. I just let him do his thing.
I'll talk to him. Go say hello. It's not like in the lunchroom. You say hi in the lunchroom?
No, we sit right beside each other in team meeting, and I don't say one word to him, only before the season and after the season. That's the only time I talk to him.
I think this is just a variation of the podcast effect where something takes hold of some guys the second they touch a microphone. It's like they've never spoken out loud before and they need to get it all out in that moment while they have the opportunity. All right, thank you. Thank you all for being here at my wedding or baby shower, I don't know. Anyway, this reminds me of how much I hate chunky peanut butter. If I wanted to eat peanuts, I just eat peanuts. Honey, could you talk about our love, maybe? This reminds me of how much I would love for women to never speak again. He makes a comment about how his wife's life didn't begin until she married him.
I can tell you that my beautiful wife, Isabel, would be the first to say that her life truly started when she began living her vocation as a wife and as a mother.
Which makes it sound like women are mindless NPCs just hovering in a market somewhere until you propose to them with a mermaid pendant.
I need Harrison Butker to know that I love my kids, I love my husband, but my life ended when I had them.
It's pretty conceited, I think, to imply that your wife's life didn't exist until she was legally bound to you. Before we got married, before my wife had the opportunity of marrying me, she was hovering in this dark plane of incommunicable nothingness. Oh, where is my husband? Won't anyone wed me so I can see the skibbity toilet and taste the watermelon ice disposable vape? How talented he is, he attributes his success to the fact that his wife is a homemaker and primary educator of their children.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck?
It's fine, I don't care. And I've noticed that a lot of husbands like this don't bring up being a homemaker unless it has to do with them and their own success. It's almost as if what they appreciate most about their wife's hard work is the fact that it's helping them do the actually important hard work. The important man job, career man, work stuff, sport stuff. Important stuff.
Well, I've just gone and had a little observe of his Instagram, and are you noticing anything? And when I say anything, particularly, are you noticing said wife, mother of his children in a single post?
It's not so much I'm proud of her for what she's accomplishing, it's more I'm proud of her for what she's helping me accomplish. Me, the man who does the man job, sport stuff, work stuff, important stuff. But what she's doing is also work. You two just have different jobs. Except hers is raising future members of society and yours is kicking a ball between two sticks. Sometimes, in Harrison's case.
And Bucker is hooking and hits the post for the lead. No good.
He doesn't stop there, though. He goes on to bring up every political qualm he has, such as reproductive rights, IVF, and degenerate cultural values. I wonder what cultural values he's talking about. Probably objectively bad ones. Probably, right? Probably bad ones.
I am certain the reporters at the AP could not have imagined that their attempt to rebuke and embarrass places and people like those here at Benedictine wouldn't be met with anger, but instead met with excitement and pride. Not the deadly sin sort of pride that has an entire month dedicated to it.
And during Pride Month, Mr. Butt? During Pride Month, Mr. Posterior? I'm just kidding, I'm behind, so this actually happened last month in May, which makes it perfectly fine. I kind of get it though. He and a group of very sweaty men do do play with balls every day, so he has to take a solid stance. Homophobia is the only option. I'm always saying this. I've always said that about homophobia, and that I've always said that about that stuff, and I always will. The thing is, he doesn't even go into detail about pride or what he finds wrong with it. He just throws it in there to make sure we know he doesn't like it. Just a quick little on the way kind of thing. All right, can I get you any extra sauce? You're gonna burn in hell for all of eternity. You know that? So that's a no on the sauce then? No. Can I get some honey mustard, please? Here you go. Thank you. And fuck you. He also mentions Congress just passed a bill that will put you in jail for bringing up the Bible.
The world around us says that we should keep our beliefs to ourselves whenever they go against the tyranny of diversity, equity, and inclusion. We fear speaking truth because now, unfortunately, truth is in the minority. Congress just passed a bill where stating something as basic as the biblical teaching of who killed Jesus could land you in jail.
Where? Guys, we're in the minority. Guys, they want to put us rich white men in jail. Nobody likes rich white men anymore, guys. What are we gonna do? This entire speech feels like he doesn't know where he was gonna be giving it. It's like someone told him he was preparing for a presidential debate or something. And for my first act as president, I'll be making every man grow a beard like this, like I have.
Hey, you can't tell men what to do with their face. That's ridiculous.
Well, can I at least tell women what to do with their ovaries?
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
My name is Mr. Butt, and I approve this message. People started wondering about the process of inviting Harrison as a speaker and why no one reviewed his speech beforehand. And I was wondering that too until I realized that this speech was being given at Benedictine College, which is a private religious school in Kansas.
You also have to keep in mind this was at a Catholic and conservative college. So a lot of the men were like, yeah.
Not only did it seem to get little to no negative feedback from the crowd, it apparently received a standing ovation.
Some of us did boo. Me and my roommate definitely did. There was a standing ovation from everyone in the room, except from me, my roommate, and about 10 to 15 other women.
I still have no clue why he specifically was asked to speak. He didn't attend this college, he was never a student, and he even admits himself at the beginning of his speech that he's not a professional speaker.
And I felt that one graduation speech was more than enough, especially for someone who isn't a professional speaker.
Which is true, but maybe don't start your speech by letting us know how unqualified you are to be giving it. Doesn't exactly instill confidence. I'm no professional doctor. I'm no professional nurse either, all right? I'm no registered anything. I'm not registered or qualified to do anything, just so you know, just putting that out there. Maybe someone else should do my catheter insertion then? Once clips of the speech got out, people started sharing their thoughts about it on TikTok.
It is a crazy day when a football player that kicks a ball for a living is saying a speech at a college and telling women, you mean nothing? Your life means nothing until you get married and have kids. In front of women that have spent years working hard to achieve this amazing achievement.
32,509 signatures is crazy work, especially within the span of 2 days.
It is honestly beyond comprehension to understand how in 2024 a man could get up on a stage and say that a woman's life is only meant for marriage and having babies. Absolutely insane.
And for the most part, people were in agreement that this wasn't the most encouraging speech you could give to women. The women. But of course, you know what they say, behind every loud-spoken misogynistic man, there is a loud-spoken misogynistic Brett Cooper.
With a college degree and a career and no children yet, I can confidently say that Harrison Butker is right. And there is nothing wrong with a man in tears celebrating his wife and thanking her for the sacrifices that she makes every single day for their family and their children, and the sacrifices that every mother around the world makes for her family.
No one is saying it's wrong for him to thank his wife. He basically told a crowd full of women that they shouldn't be doing what they're currently doing. He claimed they'd been fed lies by choosing to pursue a career. Mr. Posterior's wife is allowed to do whatever she wants, and the female graduates in this room are allowed to do whatever they want without some football guy dude trying to convince them otherwise.
And it's not wrong to acknowledge that millions of women around the world desperately want that. Want to be a homemaker.
Are the millions of women with us in this one room at Benedictine College? We're not talking about women who want to have a family and don't want to go to college. That's a completely different demographic. Not to say that some women at this graduation don't want to have a family. I'm sure plenty of them do. But the fact that the only address to women he makes during this entire graduation ceremony is to brush off their accomplishments and basically say it means nothing in comparison to their wifely duties. Boo. Tomato. Tomato, potato, tomato, potato. avocado. I don't know what we expected though. He does have the literal word butt in his name. Anything that comes out of him is gonna be shit. For some reason, people like Harrison believe it's women's innate desire to get married, and if they don't, they're denying themselves and are deep down very miserable. Not me though. Deep down, I am nothing. I have no thoughts. I don't actually exist yet, so I'm sorry. Let me just... Oh man, which of these perfumes do I use? I don't know anything about smelling good. If only there was a Polish media personality and businessman who licks bottles here to give me advice. Oh my god, it's a Polish media personality and businessman who licks bottles here to give me advice. Yay! This is a good thing that's happening right now. Hey guys, do you like smelling things? Do you like getting sprayed on your skin with a liquid and then sniffing that liquid and going, top-notch liquid? Then you're gonna love Jeremy Fragrance. Jeremy is not a new phenomenon. He's been on the internet way longer than I have. He's been reacted to and discussed before because people can't quite comprehend him as a person or why he does the things that he does. Jeremy Fragrance started out on YouTube as a cologne connoisseur, not a colon connoisseur. He doesn't know shit. And in the beginning, he seemed to be actually helpful. He would review colognes and compare them. Sometimes he would poll people in real life to see which one they preferred. He was literally conducting field research for noses. He had this suave, confident aura and was always wearing a freshly pressed suit. And most importantly, he only talked about fragrances.
Oat milk is the most similar to mother's milk. It smells so gorgeous. Oh, yeah!
Which makes it very convenient that his real and legal name is Jeremy Fragrance. That's such a coincidence. That's like if my name was Flawless Body and Skin and Hair and Personality, because I'm an expert in all of those things. Skip forward a few years to 2024, or don't do it. It's worse here. And recently it's been a little harder to get Jeremy to stay on topic. He does still talk about fragrances every now and then, but not as much as he does things like this. And when he does do a review, he'll start out talking about the cologne, but then by the end reveal some kind of deep secret about himself. Just like me after having 2.5 lemonade Trulies.
And the last one I don't talk so much about is Perry Ellis 360 Red. I love it, man. It's the dildo of the fragrance industry.
I'm sorry, it's the what of the fragrance industry? I don't think that's necessary, Jeremy. You don't need to use that, especially not when we have today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Bellesa Boutique. Bellesa and I are doing a big giveaway, so stick around, why don't you? Bellesa is a bi-woman sexual wellness company with a mission to close the pleasure gap, but that's the only thing they want to close, if you know what I mean. There is something in my eye, actually. There's literally something in my eye right now. And to help accomplish that mission, Bellesa offers fun, sexy toys made of high-quality, body-safe materials. The Pebble by Bellesa, for example, is rechargeable, waterproof, and has pressure wave technology that combines both vibration and suction. They come hand in hand, or in this case, Pebble in hand. Speaking of hands, the Pebble is ergonomically designed to fit yours perfectly. It's lightweight and lines up with your index finger just right so you can get it done just right. It's got 5 levels of intensity per mode with no annoying random patterns, so you can actually focus and not feel like your toy is yelling at you in Morse code. And if something disastrous ever happens to your toy at the paws of your dog, Bellesa will replace it for you at no cost aside for evidence of the crime, aka a mugshot of the accused. And if you sign up for our giveaway by clicking the link in the description, you're guaranteed to win a discount or perhaps even a free toy if you play your cards right, so you won't have to resort to Perry Ellis 360 Red. So be sure to check out the link in the description. Thank you to Bellesa Boutique for sponsoring, and let's get back to the video. But the most important update in Jeremy's content and his life journey is that he is looking for a girlfriend. And no one really saw this coming. He's only vaguely alluded to it in the past.
All right, ultimately, of course, I want to have a girlfriend and a wife.
What I want is what I need to find somebody. I want a girlfriend, baby, and marry her. I'm still searching for a girlfriend. Nice.
But now it's finally time for him to find the one and settle down. Love is just in the air. And so is a lot of Dior Sauvage. But when you're a guy like Jeremy, a genuine connection can be hard to find. He's been busy. He's got his own fragrance business to run, and he found Jesus as well.
#1 fragrance icon that follows the teachings of Jesus.
People are always finding that guy. Maybe he doesn't want to be found. If he keeps hiding like that, found you.
No, I thought this was a good spot.
Just found Jesus.
And now you're tweeting it. Of course. Of course you are.
Risen.
Now everyone's gonna know where I am.
So Jeremy decided to take matters into his own hands and announced that he'd be finding his soulmate with the power of social media.
So I'm looking for a girlfriend. You must be Christian and you must be under 32. I was thinking 35, but let's say under 32.
In his announcement video, he only mentions 2 requirements for being his potential girlfriend. She has to be under 32, even though he's 35. And I can't decide if him only having 2 specifications is a bad thing or a good thing. On one hand, it seems like you'd have more requirements for someone you want to spend the rest of your life with. But on the other hand, if this is what you're posting on Instagram, I don't know if you're even allowed to have 2 of them. But as time went on, Jeremy started posting a couple more demands, like for example, that she needs to be 100% committed to him. He is looking for marriage, so that makes sense. And that she needs to be able to give birth to children, which is a weird thing to specify. What else is she gonna give birth to? Congratulations, Mr. Fragrance. The baby's here? Uh-huh. You've got a healthy 1.7 ounces of perfume on your hands. No! I knew this would happen. The lighting is different because I had to block out the sun. It was frying me and cooking me, and I'm sweating, and I had sweat in between my boobs and every part. Based on other people's videos, it looks like Jeremy responds to the women he's interested in and requests additional information from them, like their Snapchat usernames. I can't even express how big of a red flag that is. Nothing says you're ready for marriage and commitment and a family like asking a woman for her snap. Hey, you want to communicate on the one app that makes communication disappear? If it makes you feel any better, there's also a map that shows me your location 24/7. He also seems to routinely ask them to send videos addressing him directly, probably to verify that they are who they said they were in their application.
Hi, Sophia. I asked for a video of you. Can you send me a video of you saying something like, "Hi, Jeremy"?
And once he has that information, he can move on to the more important questions, like how old are you? And are you a virgin?
And is it possible at your age that you're still a virgin, Maria? Is it possible that you are still a virgin?
Why are you asking that, Jeremy? So yeah, I want you to be able to have children. I also want you to have 0 knowledge about the thing that creates children. The only way this would be appropriate for him to ask is if he is a virgin in his mid-30s. He just wants to make sure he's using skill-based matchmaking. They've got to be on the same level. 0. Hey, do you know what you're doing? No. Good, because I fucking don't either. The way he phrases the question too somehow makes it even worse. Is it possible that at your age, 30-ish, right, that you have remained pure of soul and body? Kinda weird if you haven't, says me, I'm saying that, me, the guy who engages in sexual activities with cologne bottles. In this one, he even takes a dig at this woman's appearance.
Hey, pretty woman with the intense teeth.
Intense teeth? Jeremy, you have incense teeth.
This is frankincense and I will eat a bit of this.
You have no room to talk, literally, because your mouth is so full of things that you're not supposed to put in your mouth. And I really wish it was, but this isn't even the worst thing he sent to someone on Snapchat.
I gotta interrupt your video. I got totally a boner seeing your face and seeing you talk. Totally a boner in my pants, but I'm not going to show it.
What the fuck are you doing? You can't send videos like this to someone you don't know who follows you on Instagram because you're a public figure. Also, he mentions here that the video she sent him was of her simply talking, was just of her face, so this reply was completely inappropriate and uninvited. Also, I read her comments, and this girl is 18 years old. 35-year-old man, by the way. And she claims he was fully aware of that fact and even commented on it, calling her ultra young, ultra yuck, ultra ewy. I thought he was looking for someone to have a child with, not an actual child. When he said under 32, I didn't realize he meant as under 32 you can get without him risking jail time. Now we understand why he needs to spray himself with so much cologne. It's because he's a massive piece of shit. Sending videos like this appears to be a pattern for him because it is. He does it a lot.
You're so flirty, just seeing your text makes me, if I can say so, erected.
Even going as far as requesting specific pictures or videos from them.
Later without the top
that you're wearing now would be an interesting picture, Corey.
Are we still following the teachings of Jesus Christ here, Jeremy? I don't know where he taught this. I must have missed that chapter. And on the 8th day, he said, "Thou shalt get thousands of women to add you on Snapchat so that thou can use thy influence in order to solicit nude pictures of them." Amen. And these are just the cases of him doing this that people have posted, so it's very likely that he does this all the time. But he's looking for a committed woman, guys. He said so. He said it's great when woman is dedicated to man, so that he can be dedicated to aging like a fragrant, skinned, unrefrigerated avocado. It seems like he's always been kind of weird with women based on the fan interaction videos he posts. Jeremy runs into fans a lot. It's almost like he's the one seeking them out. His thing when he runs into them is to try and guess what kind of fragrance they're wearing, and when it's a guy, it's a pretty normal interaction, but when it's not, he feels the need to make some kind of comment on their physical appearance.
Wow, what a woman. Very attractive woman. Just female Musk.
Your girlfriend?
Yeah, this is my girlfriend.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Is it okay that I smell you real quick?
Yeah, I mean, I don't...
Basically, he can't see a woman or a girl without trying to flirt with them in some way. So it's safe to say that I have a lot of competition. I don't know what it was, okay? Maybe it's the way his hips thrust in a sporadic, irregular way, or the way he lives so dangerously on edge of the age of consent. But there is just something about him, and I can't live with the regret of never even trying. Just want it noted that I started my quest of trying to get Jeremy to fall in love with me before I figured out he's a terrible person, unworthy of my time. So it's exactly like every dating experience I've ever had. And so I shot my shot. I shot my shot on Instagram, and he didn't even look at my story. I shot my shot on Instagram again. I shot so much shots that the state of Tennessee actually tried to protect my rights. But it didn't matter because Jeremy still didn't notice me. So I decided to try and play by the rules. I painstakingly crafted the perfect opening message that no man could decline, and then sent it post-haste to his application email. It reads as follows: "Dear Jeremy, if that is your real name," it's not, by the way. His name is Daniel. Who does that? Who says their name is something when it's actually something completely different, really, and not that at all? What kind of annoying? "My name is not important, and I am a 27-year-old female. Works out semi-regularly and is fertile. Extremely fertile. I have 10 children. I'm also a virgin. Jesus is my number 1. You can be my number 2, though. I'll call you my little doo-doo. This is what I look like, and I would love to chat with you via FaceTime or Instagram. Please." And then I waited for days. I didn't even leave my desk. I've been sitting here the whole time. I've peed into every container that can hold pee, and I'm fresh out of containers. Please send help. Or Tupperware. But even after all my efforts, Jeremy didn't respond. What was I doing wrong? I checked all of his boxes. I even gave him a cute nickname. It's cute. It's adorable. The next morning, to my dismay, I saw this on Jeremy's Instagram. Who is that? That should be me. That should be my hand being awkwardly put on his face. That should be my foot being awkwardly put on his face. I felt defeated and relieved. Heartbroken. Mostly relieved. But I'll never stop trying. I'll never stop imagining the future we could have had. I'll never forget. I'm giving up. I'm not trying to get his attention anymore. Oh, I don't want to date him. Or talk to. 1600s, your chances of owning a bank account were about 0%. And your chance of being burned alive at the stake for literally no reason at all was not 0%. We don't need to be history buffs to know that the Salem witch trials were a terrible thing that shouldn't have happened, but I did find out the other day that a lot of the hysteria was thanks to doctors claiming that witchcraft was causing illnesses they couldn't figure out. So it's super comforting to know that medical professionals blaming women for health conditions they don't understand yet is a tradition we've carried on for thousands and thousands of years. But it turns out that's not the only modern parallel we can draw from the Salem witch trials, because we're doing them again. All of it. The whole thing. On TikTok. We may not be putting people on legal trial for witchcraft anymore, but that's not going to stop the internet from throwing allegations around.
Makeup is witchcraft. I said what I said. Anytime you have to start trying to cover up and reconstruct your face with different powders and blushes and...
She's wearing lip gloss as she says this, by the way. Lips don't shine like that on their own, by the way. She also keeps mentioning Transformers in this video.
We got the men, you know, these Transformers, they out here looking more feminine than the women.
And I don't really know why. Like, what does putting on a little mascara have to do with the battle between Autobots and the Decepticons. I like how we constantly hear variations of this on how makeup shouldn't be allowed because it changes our appearance too much.
You don't look like that for real. With the makeup on and with the makeup off, you look like two completely different people. You're transforming. It's witchcraft.
Like, okay, since when is changing how something looks a bad thing? Does she also hate it when people paint a room? Whatever you do not renovate your bathroom around this lady. She's gonna freak the fuck out. A lot of these videos frame witches as being this kind of secret agent whose mission is to infiltrate the church.
Okay, this is gonna sound crazy to some of you, but it needs to be said because it's real.
Why did she slap us like that? What did we do? Does she think we're witches?
There are real Satanists from cults and real witches from covens that have been sent on assignment to your church to collect spiritual intel and to release curses.
According to her, witches are the ones to blame for many things happening within the church, like sickness.
And then everyone's confused, right? Like, why is there so much sickness? Why is our worship team always burn out? Why does it always feel so heavy when we're together?
Divorce.
Why is there so much divorce?
Being poor.
Why is there a lack in finance? Why is this happening? Why is that happening?
The idea of seeing so many people struggle right now, you know, with the economy and other things. And the only thing you can think to blame for it is a secret agent witch. Cody Banks, if he was a witch. This just feels like a way to ignore the root cause of these issues while also shifting responsibility away from the church to actually do anything about them. Oh, there's a family in our church who can't afford groceries this month? Yeah, it's pretty sad. If only there was something we could do. You could, like, buy them groceries? Something we could do about these evil witches. She also lets us know that witches are sometimes sent after specific people.
There was a witch that was sent on assignment against me. She saw my testimony. She got smacked by the glory of God. She repented, turned from her cult, and was born again. Hallelujah.
Kind of like a hitman, but so far the only hits have come from her. So I think her implication is that the witches are sent to find Christians and convert them over to their side, which is terrible. How dare they invade someone else's space and then try and force their beliefs onto people? What a horrible and never been done before thing to do. But a not horrible thing to do would be to talk about today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Bombas. Guys, summer is almost here, and while many people are working on their summer bodies, not many are working on their summer feetsies. And that's just as important. But you can make sure your feet are summer ready with a little help from Bombas. Bombas is a comfort-focused brand that's got all your basics covered, like socks, slippers, underwear, and even shoes. Their Friday sandals are built to go wherever you go, whether that's grocery shopping or doing parkour in the street. Please do not do parkour in the street. They're made with comfy, waterproof materials, and thanks to the cupped footbed and dual strap design, they're not going anywhere. Except for the cool zone, or in cool town. Bombas also makes the 3 most requested clothing items in homeless shelters, so whenever you make a purchase, an item is donated to someone who needs it. So far, they've donated over 200 million essential clothing items, which is crazy and amazing. So your feet get to look cool and also do cool things. Like this. Just kidding, please do not do this. It's way too dangerous. If you want to check them out, just click the link in the description or scan the QR code here. New customers get 20% off their purchase, so go to bombas.com/ChadChad and use code ChadChad at checkout to upgrade your shoe game. Thank you to Bombas for sponsoring, and let's get back to the video. There's a common message in most of the videos I found that if you can't figure out who the witches are in your church, that's actually a skill issue.
Witches are in the church, and guess what they are good at? Deception. Discernment is the #1 thing that is going to reveal if somebody is operating in something other than the Spirit of God.
They basically say if you can't discern witches from actual Christians in the church, it's because you are a lukewarm Christian and aren't serving God hard enough. Which is exactly what I would say if I was trying to get my entire congregation to distrust each other. Oh, so you love and trust your community? That's actually because you're fucking stupid. There are literally witches serving Satan, and you would know that if you didn't hate God. The word discernment is used a lot in these. It's even considered a spiritual gift.
Now, if you have the Holy Spirit, you get to have all the spiritual gifts that are outlined in the Bible. The spiritual gift of discernment, which many Christians in the lukewarm church or the American church today lack in.
One that you don't get to have if you're a lukewarm Christian. So you better wear a jacket. Prayer, of course, is another good method to keep the witches at bay.
We also should be, as the church, operating in prayer, corporate prayer. A house that is not built on prayer is honestly set up for failure in one form or another. Probably why prayer is so attacked.
I've heard people say this before, that prayer is under attack, and it makes praying sound very action-packed, which is kind of the opposite of what prayer is. And we now lay her to rest in your eternal kingdom. Amen. Who threw that? Me. Witch. Everyone, I'm discerning that this woman is a witch sent to attack this funeral. Well, I also know how to discern. break discern on the ground. Discern this. Apparently you don't even have to be a witch to be practicing witchcraft.
Now, sometimes people aren't actively participating in witchcraft and going to church and trying to do all these things. Sometimes they're operating in manipulation and control, which is still witchcraft at its lowest, simplest form. Is control and manipulation.
Hang on a second. Are you telling me my ex-husband was a witch? No wonder he was always flying off the handle. The broom handle? By the way, if you don't spot the witches in your congregation fast enough, they're gonna curse you.
Can witches' curses affect Christians? Most Christians don't believe that they could possibly be cursed by a witch or warlock.
He also says they'll have a much easier time cursing you if you haven't repented for your sins enough.
Unrepentant sin in your life, which is rebellion to the Lord, which many Christians are in.
Or if you're too prideful.
Pride would be number 3, which most Christians are walking in. Also, many witches will astral project into your home and then monitor you.
You mean they're gonna project their asses into my home?
Astral project.
I don't see a downside to this. I'm only seeing a backside here. These videos never really specify what's gonna happen after you're cursed by a witch. They mostly just talk about how it will happen and it will be your fault. Like, even if you accept a gift from one, you're screwed.
Also, having anything given to you from a witch or a warlock in your possession, like jewelry, books, clothing, food, which will make a spiritual contract.
Which has got to make church potlucks a little awkward. Rebecca, do you want some chili? Ooh, that looks delish, Stacy, but no, I'm okay. What, you don't like my chili? No, I just couldn't. I'm on a new diet. It's very low cal. I don't want your fucking chili, okay? Why, because you think I'm a witch? No, it's because your chili tastes like fucking ass, Stacy, okay? But on the other hand, if you aren't getting cursed by a witch, it's because you're not enough of a threat to Satan, aka you're still not doing enough for God.
If you have not felt any witchcraft, then you're most likely not a threat to Satan's kingdom, and you're not doing much for God.
So it's bad if you get cursed by a witch, but also bad if you don't get cursed by a witch. Damned if I do and damned if I don't. Me, when I'm a beaver and I'm trying to decide to go to work or not, their qualifications for someone being a witch are also so broad that they can be applied to literally anyone. And they're never actually describing someone who practices witchcraft. They're just describing the supernatural Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs version of a witch.
What does a witch in the church look like? They will usually dress very conservatively, so you would never guess that they're a witch.
Oh, dressing modestly means you're a witch? You mean the thing that the church has been telling women to do since forever? Put some clothes on, whore! Okay. Take some clothes off, you witch! Okay. Does this mean that the Duggars are witches? Is that why they had so many kids? So they can Hansel and Gretel them? That's why they've always got the kids cleaning the kitchen, so they can trap them in the oven, like the Visit.
Extremely good at acting godly, give you words from God. They want to put their hands on you in prayer. Their laugh can sound like a cackle.
So if someone dresses modestly, or appears to be a good and godly Christian, or just has a kind of funny laugh, that means that they're a witch? You just incriminated about 95% of any congregation. You just described Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen is a witch now. This is what I mean, dude. Whenever they're describing the big, bad, scary witches, they're actually just describing regular people that we encounter every single day.
These witches are using biblical language. I just came across this lady on TikTok, and gorgeous, so pretty. And that's always something that I know. If someone's beauty is very exaggerated.
So when someone is beautiful, that makes you suspicious of them? Oh wow, you are so pretty. Oh, thank you. Too pretty.
But then my spirit was like, this doesn't sound right. And I went to her page and I was looking at her stuff, and nothing was outwardly witchy. Like, she didn't say she was a witch. There was no like information that gave specifically witch.
So you saw a woman on TikTok who wasn't a witch, whose account had nothing to do with being a witch, and by your own admission had nothing outwardly witchy going on, and yet you still came to the conclusion that she's a witch?
And I go to her link in her bio, and I'm like, oh, this is like heavily Christian language. And I said, okay, Witchcraft confirmed.
I wonder where we've seen this kind of thinking before. I wonder if there's any other times in history where women have been labeled as witches despite there being no evidence to back those claims. Their explanation of witches are so dramatic and demonizing that it kind of feels like the Santa Claus for church-attending adults.
The best protection against witchcraft is to forgive everyone. Humble yourself from all pride in your life. Repent for your sins.
If you're good all year and on your very best behavior, then the big bad witches can't project their asses into your room and tell God that you're watching OnlyFans models twerk on dildos shaped like tentacles, okay? It's definitely a type of fear-mongering, but to what end? Like, what is the point in doing this? I'm not actually asking, I just said that for a segue. I know what the reason is. Money! Wow, what a surprising surprise! They're all doing this to sell something on the internet!
I have a book called Freedom from Soul Wounds and Demons.
Not only is he selling a book that teaches you how to protect yourself from witches, he's also selling an online course. Of course! Of course he is! This creator is also selling an online course, which is really funny because of this.
Child, as I'm reading the descriptions, she's like, this course is to help you, find the power within. So this is your daily reminder that the witches are getting really good.
So you saw her selling an online Christian course and decided that that conclusively proves that she's a witch, when you yourself are also selling an online Christian course and a book. These people need to stop writing books and start reading them. Please, touch book. This creator also falls into the selling an online course category, but she belongs in a special subcategory that I found and like to call used to be a witch but then became a Christian and isn't a witch anymore, but now they spill all the insider secrets and all the hot goss about being a witch as a career now on the internet. It's a working title.
I didn't really feel weird about Halloween until I got delivered of demonic spirits. It glorifies demons. It glorifies darkness. It glorifies and celebrates death. It's actually disgusting, some of the Halloween decor that I see on people's front lawns. I can't believe that. How could we put that in our front yard?
You don't like when death is celebrated or when imagery involving death is in people's front yards. You're gonna hate Easter. Wait until I tell you about what happened on the cross, dude. You know, the one that people put in their yards and on their bodies and in their churches? This subcategory is mostly people claiming that practicing witchcraft made them a horrible person, while also sounding like they know nothing about witchcraft.
She said, my husband had an affair with a woman at work. How much you charge me to destroy her?
Holy shit, it's an actual witch hitman.
Oh no, it's Agent 666. Wingardium Levio, kill that bitch.
Okay, if your husband is cheating on you, don't hire a witch to kill that woman. Hire a witch to kill your husband.
How much you charge me? I said, I charge you $10,000.
This story is so unrealistic. You're telling me you agreed to kill someone for $10,000? That's it? That barely even covers the cost of materials. Have you ever bought a coffin? That leaves you with like $1,000 profit, max. Guys, who the hell is Max? This grift relies on engaging a Christian audience by demonizing non-Christians. So of course he has to pretend like when he was a witch, he actively hated all Christians.
She said, by the way, she's Christian. I said, well, I do it for free.
It's like in God's Not Dead, when the only way they can portray an atheist character is by making them the evilest person alive.
Oh my god, a puppy! I fucking hate those things. Wow, look at this gorgeous sunset. It makes me sick. Oh my god, is that premarital sex? I fuck with that heavy.
I bought a coffin, I bought 21 candles, I put everything together, and the devil comes in. I could feel his presence coming. She said, how God said to leave her alone. She can't be touched.
Anyone who believes in a god can't be assassinated by witchcraft. Good thing that's a pretty niche demographic. Hey, if you ever have anyone you want to get rid of, just let me know.
Oh wow, thank you.
Unless they like the color blue,
okay.
Or if they've ever stubbed their toe on something,
right.
or if they've ever played or not played the video game Minecraft.
Okay, got it.
Can't do it.
So I was a practicing witch for 10 years, was involved in black magic, rituals, seances, you name it, I was doing it.
I like this one a lot because the pictures she uses to prove she used to do witchcraft are just her wearing eyeshadow and of her smoking. Girl, if that's all it takes, I think we all have practiced witchcraft, especially in 2016.
I'm gonna tell you the top 5 ways that the devil deceives Christians into continuing to practice witchcraft even if they've renounced the outward practices that seem more apparent. Number 1, rebellion is witchcraft. So this is rebellion to your husband.
Yuck!
Rebellion to your husband is witchcraft? Is it? Is it really? You know what? If you want to head back to the 1600s when your husband could get you thrown in prison for not making his bread crispy enough, you go right ahead. Enjoy wiping your ass with straw. And bubonic plague. Videos like these and ones that share experiences with witchcraft all have the same purpose of painting witches as these monstrous, comically evil characters that only exist for them to prevail upon.
We had a witch come into our meeting and says, I'm more powerful than Jesus. And I said, oh, that's interesting. And I went over and said, hey, you doing okay? And he says, no, I can't move a muscle in my body. He says, what's going on here? And I said, well, there's someone that's more powerful. Here.
This is just Wattpad for boys. He's basically writing fanfic where he has magical powers and defeats the other guy with magical powers because his magical powers are better and stronger. When they talk about witches, they aren't thinking of a person. It's really just a pawn that they're using in order to win battles, except the battles are invisible and made up, so they win every time. Their message is this double-edged sword that makes you suspicious of your community, mainly women, let's be honest, and paints other religions as something people need to repent and recover from. And since most of this is happening online and is coming from people who are ranting in their rooms or in their cars, it's easy to forget the kind of real world effects this kind of messaging can have and has had historically. The other day I saw this video of a woman getting her hair done at a salon, but for a reason we're going to talk about more in a minute, she has some blood in her hair.
I need you to wash the chicken blood out of her hair.
Wait, why do you have chicken blood in your hair though?
Which is not something that I would personally want to wash out of someone's hair if I was a hairdresser. But these are her friends, they're her regular hairdressers, and they did. They show her transformation at the end, and she looks amazing. Her new hair is clearly giving her a confidence boost because she's smiling and she's glowing. So imagine my confusion when I looked in the comments and saw this. In the name of Jesus, I rebuke any negative energy from this video. Witchcraft is real! That was a destiny swap spell for sure. That was 100% a fate swap. She took someone else's life to better hers. I don't know witchcraft, but I know Jesus, and that isn't right. Nobody's talking about how she looks so drained in the beginning of the video, but at the end, she's literally refreshed. You mean like how people go and get their hair done, and then afterwards they look refreshed because they just got their hair done? Let me not start talking about the pasta ritual that some women do. I don't know what that means. Is that like when you go to Olive Garden and you eat the Alfredo tortellini dish, and it's really, really yummy? I like that ritual. That's a good ritual. People on TikTok immediately started labeling her as a witch, saying that this was some kind of witchcraft where she was trying to swap fates with someone.
That bitch is a witch. That's witchcraft. That's evil as fuck.
But worst of all, claiming that she had cast a spell here that caused the death of her friend's child.
The stylist who washed the chicken blood out of her hair, her baby girl passed away not long after that. That is how dangerous this is. That is how immoral and evil this stuff is.
This video is what inspired me to talk about this because unlike the other ones I've shown, this was directed at an actual person. This was a literal modern day witch hunt.
She's gonna pay for that. The woman who done that is going to pay for that.
In reality, this woman practices Santeria, which is a religion that started in Afro-Cuban communities. She made a comment explaining this and that the blood was there as part of a protection ritual she was doing for herself because she was about to go on a trip, which has now been deleted because people were harassing her and accusing her of causing the death of one of her loved ones.
And on that day, all I got was a hair rogation. A hair rogation is completely harmless. It's just a head cleansing for like protection. And an animal of choice wasn't even a chicken. I'm not evil, I'm not no demon. I'm not out here trying to get nobody's soul. I'm not sacrificing anything.
This is extremely demonic.
Girl, why is everyone acting like they've never seen blood used in any religion? It's literally used routinely in Christianity.
Her daughter died the next day.
It wasn't the next day, it was months later. This is like saying, oh, I went to church on Sunday and then on Monday, my husband died in a car crash. Clearly it was going to church that made my husband die in a car crash. But still people were commenting stuff like, okay, yeah, it may be part of her religion, but I don't care, there was blood involved. And so if there's blood involved, that makes it bad and scary. And all I have to say to that is, are you fucking dumb? 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 Are you fucking dumb?
This is full-blown demonic, and it is not of God.
It's not of your God.
And you always got to pray.
Guess what praying is? A protection ritual. Guess what she did? A protection ritual. You guys are doing the same shit. You're doing the exact same thing that she was doing, just in different ways. And
There's nothing good about Santeria, these spiritual cleanses, and I'm gonna put an egg cleanse, and I'm gonna sacrifice an animal and put the blood on my head.
You know what's really funny about this talking point is that God literally instructed Moses for every family to sacrifice a lamb and take the blood of the lamb and wipe it over their doors as a protection ritual to protect their firstborns. Animal sacrifice, blood ritual, protection spell. Am I losing my fucking mind? It's the same thing. Do you read the Bible and then get hit by the Men in Black thing that just zaps your memory clean? Is that what's happening? So this is just a friendly reminder that sometimes we see something we don't understand, and sometimes people believe in things that we don't believe in. And during those times, we shouldn't be jumping to conclusions, even if everyone else is. Also, if your religious beliefs are founded in shitting on other people's religious beliefs, that's not a religion, that's just you being a hater. You're just a hating ass bitch, and you would be no matter what your religion was, and that's okay. I mean, it's not, but that's what it is. Anyway, guys, I've got to go fly over El Monte because my friend whose name is Hotel Transylvania needs a ride, so I'll see you next time.
We're spotted flying on a broom with a body hanging in El Monte.
That looks like people on a broom.
It's Hotel Transylvania.
Hey guys, my name is ChadChad. Not really. Y'all remember when people lost their minds over the limited launch of Valentine's Day themed Stanley Cups and would do anything to get one, including waiting in line overnight or even starting group-wide fights?
Get him! Get him! Stop him! Stop him!
That was crazy. Thank God in 2025 we've learned from our mistakes and nothing like that will ever happen again. Over the last 5-ish years, it seems like drinkware has become less about staying hydrated and more of a collecting hobby for some. Whether it's Hydro Flasks, Stanley Cups, this tumbler from Buc-ee's, I would walk barefoot over hot coals for this thing. That's not a joke, I'm not kidding. And as of a couple weeks ago, the Bear Cup from Starbucks. This thing was announced on Starbucks' TikTok page on November 4th and it got crazy interaction. It had about 2.3 million likes. You'd think that might tip them off that there would be a lot of interest in this cup, but I guess they don't understand supply and demand, especially when the demands are to give their employees a better work environment. What? The cup is a pretty basic glass bear with a hat on top, which is pretty cute. Putting hats on top of things that shouldn't have hats on is always gonna be cute. They got us there. But for $30, I don't know, maybe it could have a handle. Maybe you could hold it in any other way than grabbing it by the neck. Bears don't like that when you do that to them. Trust me, I've tried. Or maybe it could fit in a cup holder. Any cup holder. But despite the price and the impractical design, these things sold out basically everywhere in minutes.
The store is now open.
Run.
Or sometimes in seconds.
Oh. That's it. We only had 6.
And I guess that makes sense for a high-ticket item like this was. Everyone wanted to get their hands on it. I mean, their paws on it. But I don't think that's the only reason they sold out so quickly. I think it probably had to do with Starbucks putting an average of 3 cups in each location.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Have the cup. I hope that makes you feel better.
Thank you for hitting me.
No matter which store people went to, there were never enough cups to go around. And I know Starbucks isn't technically a store, it's a coffee shop, so it's not like they have tons and tons of shelves that they can stock full of cups. But still, the marketing for this cup got so much interaction that they had to know they were gonna need more than 3 cups per store. By the way, I'm not being hyperbolic when I say that. There were genuinely only a handful, pawful, and that was before people kept dropping them on the ground.
Alright folks, now we gotta leave some space so that I can sweep this mat. Please leave a path to get to the register.
Don't put that sound effect and be like, ah ha ha, he's stressed out. Bitch, you are stressing him out. Get out of the way. It's insane that they are actually so unaware of their surroundings. They have so much tunnel vision. They're blocking the employees off with their bodies. Speaking of tunnel vision, I've got it for today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Raycon. Guys, winter is almost here, but I've barely noticed because of how hot Raycon's Black Friday deals are. I'm sweating buckets right now. With Raycon's audio products, you get the same premium quality you get with the big guys, but without paying the big prices. And with their essential open earbuds, you can listen to your music anywhere while staying connected to your surroundings. Their flexible ear hooks can bend to fit any size and are so lightweight you might even forget they're there. I'm wearing them as I write this script and you had no idea. And neither did I, because I forgot. They've got 8 hours of playback time and 36 hours of battery life with the charging case, meaning a single charge can get me through days of thrifting trips, dog walks, and shower scrubbing. Plus, with their digital signal processing tech, they're made to optimize your voice while blocking out everything else. So when I call my mom, she can't even hear the shower scrubbing.
Can you still hear me when I'm doing this?
If you want to check them out and get up to 30% off during Raycon's Black Friday and Cyber Monday sale, just click the link in the description or go to buyraycon.com/ChadChadOpen. Thank you to Raycon for sponsoring, and let's get back to the video. So far, I haven't found one video where the store had more than a single-digit supply of cups.
Hi guys, welcome. Do you have the glass beers? We only have one. You're lying.
But what's even crazier than them failing to predict this is the fact that they also didn't enforce any kind of limits on how many cups each person could get.
They told me there was only going to be 4. People going crazy, like damn, leave some for the rest of us.
People were just allowed to walk in and grab as many of these cups as they wanted, which means the resellers flocked to these cups like bees to honey, or bears to honey. Or flies to honey. Everyone likes honey. And now if I look up Bear Cup Starbucks, the first things I see are people relisting the Bear Cups on Etsy, on eBay. This one is for $300 on Mercari. This one is listed for $2.5 million. So best of luck to them with that. Hope that sells quickly. People were standing in line anywhere from 3 a.m. in the morning to 9 p.m. the night before.
Social media videos showed customers camping out in order to get their hands on one.
I have no chance.
People were so committed to getting this cup that they were even willing to commit crimes.
We out here camping. I got the porta potty, toilet paper, wipes, and 2 chairs.
Is this a joke? Is this a meme? Are we memeing? Been at Starbucks since 10 p.m. for the Hello Kitty and Glass Bear drop. I even brought my portable potty. I'm not losing my spot. Why did she phrase it? I even brought my portable potty. Like it's a fun fact. Like that's an additional fun fact. None of this is fun facts. I'm gonna be sitting out here for hours. And I even am gonna be shitting out here for hours. It makes literally no sense to me why you wouldn't have some kind of limit per person on the cups right out the gate, especially based on how past holiday launches have gone.
Get up, get up!
History tends to repeat itself. History tends to repeat itself. Imagine having such a wanted product, seeing people start queuing up the day before and going, wow, this is great. Everyone will be respectful and only grab as many cups as they need. Are you sure? I mean, there's something called greed. Yes, I love Michael B. Jordan. So you've been standing in line for hours or all night even. Your feet hurt, it's cold, the woman in front of you is shitting into a bucket. And after all that, you still don't get a cup because the guy in front of you swipes them all so he can list them on eBay for 17 times the price.
Just bought this cup for $30. In 20 minutes, it's sold right there. $215.
This guy. Surely that wouldn't cause people to fight each other or anything. That wouldn't. Okay, this is literally the second TikTok I'm watching about this, and the first words are, okay, fine, call the cops on me. I don't care, call the cops on me. But some people didn't even have to go to eBay to turn a profit on this because they started getting offers for the cup right there in line.
And I walk in and some girl is checking out with it. So I go up to her and I'm like, can I please buy that off of you? I've been looking for this cup. I will do anything. I have $1,000 in my car cash I can give you.
Hang on a second, pause. That is crazy. Why would you spend that much money on something as trivial as a cup just because you want that specific one? That would be like spending thousands of dollars on a piece of cardboard.
Oh my God, Bill!
No one would ever do that. The worst part of all of this, obviously, is how people were treating the employees, who are, by the way, already going through it. Don't buy Starbucks right now. There's a strike going on for unfair labor practices. I guess they forgot how to treat their employees well. I guess someone should get them a refresher. Turns out when you market a cute cup to people who love cute cups and then don't send enough cute cups to stores, the first people to get blamed are not the executives who made those choices, it's the employees. Employee! Some people immediately decided that the reason for low stock in stores was because the employees were buying all the cups.
So, employees ourselves were scheduled to be in the store at 5:30.
It's so cool that all three of these people are yelling at this guy at the same time. It's also so cool that we're filming this so we can try and get him in trouble later. Thank goodness this woman is here. I was beginning to worry no one was around to advocate for the billion-dollar corporation.
Shopping
And you're hopping on Starbucks' clock. Hop off of that thing. Stop riding them. Trying to get an employee in trouble and potentially messing with their livelihood because you didn't get the product you want is slimeball behavior. I'm sorry. Slimeball core. I saw so many TikToks where people were claiming the cups were gone because the employees probably bought them all.
The barista mug was never on the shelf. The employees props bought it, annoyed emoji.
Which I think is a pretty unfair conclusion to come to when the employees had nothing to do with how many cups were sent to each store. It was the company that decided to use scarcity marketing for this entire campaign and make people feel like they missed out on this one so that next time they'll be more likely to try and get one. It's not like they sent hundreds of cups to each store and the employees stashed them all away. The employees aren't napping in the back rooms on a big pile of bear cups like Smaug. I feel like a more accurate metaphor for this would be throwing a big juicy steak in front of a group of starving lions.
I'm so hungry, by the way.
And then turning to the squirrels and being like,
okay, don't let them eat any of this steak or you're fired.
I haven't. On top of all of this, employees had to deal with people like this.
I was here at 5:30. I've been sitting in my car. I sat in car.
Stop talking over her.
Yes,
oh my god. This is giving me PTSD, like flashbacks to working in a call center. This is terrible.
Show me the cameras, please.
I can't show you the cameras.
But you can. You're claiming.
Bro,
something
she
like
just said she can't show you the cameras. Oh my
though.
god.
Okay, we're not going to serve you, unfortunately.
Well, you have to.
No, they don't.
I cannot show you the
So
cameras.
go look at the cameras.
There was maybe like 9 people lined up, but they were lined up at the exit. So I walked up and stood at the entrance.
It doesn't matter if the line is over here or if it's a few feet over here. This is still the line. It doesn't matter if you walk up and you just decide to start your own line based on the sign in front of the doors. The doors both open. People enter through the exit all the time, every day. It doesn't matter.
So everybody pushes through, all right? I was one of those people, but I was in the front.
You were in the front because you created your own line. I'm on his side. Who forms a line at an exit? And then he replied to that comment and said, people that use a lot of pronouns. How, I'm sorry, but if they lined up at the wrong spot, he's right. No, he's not. What is, I'm so angry. It looks like they're not going to be restocking the bear cup because, like I said, they're trying to make you feel like you missed out so that next time you get in line a week before launch. That's a lot of poop buckets. Things are going to get pretty grisly. I do feel kind of bad for the people who really wanted a bear cup but couldn't get one, so I decided to recreate it right here in my home so that I can have it, not you. You still don't have one. Hey guys. Hi. We have 10 minutes to make a bear cup from scratch. Also, we weren't allowed to make a plan before this, so we're going into this blind. Call us mice with no tails because that guy's wife cut them off with a farmer's knife. Start the timer. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, we have 10 minutes.
Okay, 10 minutes to make a bear cup is easy.
Here's the plan. Hold on.
Okay.
We're going over here, actually. This is what Minto does to all of her toys. She tears them up and she rips everything out of them. So I think we can use something like this and we can put the cup inside. Wait, okay, so look, here's one with a hole in the top
This
already.
kind of feels like really
This
promising.
is basically a bear if you take away the P and the inguin. Wait, okay, so here's a squid.
Okay.
Wait, this is like a perfect hole in the top, like that.
It is, but does it resemble a bear enough?
If you take away the S and the quid.
Yeah.
Me when I'm British and I'm robbing you.
Take away the quid.
Take away the quid.
Take away the quid. Sorry.
There has to be something
This one.
bearish.
This simply won't be.
Me when I'm a stockbroker and I'm looking at the S&P 500. Wait. That's a log.
Yeah, but it's close.
Wait.
It's close to color. Whoa.
That's a monkey.
Okay.
Well, this is a bear.
Okay, actually we could use this.
Now that I'm thinking about it, this is a bear. We have 5 minutes left. We have to go.
This has a hat on it. I feel like we could use that.
That's important. All right.
Can we get the bill?
This is very wait, hold on.
Me when I'm trying to decide who's paying the check at dinner. Don't film her for this part.
We have 2 minutes and 12 seconds.
Okay.
There's like a label on the bear cup. We need to put our brand label on the bear cup.
Okay, alright, what's our label?
Bear C-U-P.
Bear, I'm assuming the letters.
Boy is drinking water to show solidarity.
Okay.
5
seconds.
4, 3, 2, 1. right, here we have our very own. As you can see, we have all the basic functions that you Bro.
I'll take over from here.
Bro.
This is our bear cup.
Bro.
Decked out in all of the bear necessities.
Bye guys. Here's my password.
Oh, thanks.
I just found it. I guess we should fight over the cup now.
I don't really want to fight over this. I think I
this one, dude. Give me the cup. It's spilling. Give it to me, bro.
It's spilling.
Give it.
I'm trying to finish my.
You know who really deserves this bear cup? Is that little lady right there. There you go.
Oh, sorry.
Excuse me. I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bear. Hey guys, and welcome back to A Green Job. Great. My name is ChadChad, and you're just not like other girls. All they care about is hair and makeup and shampoo and soap, and I love that you don't care about any of those things because you take my breath away. And it's great, and I love it. If you missed my last video on pick-me's, or if you just don't remember it, I don't, and I'm the one who made it. We talked about Pearl and her podcast where she rattles off a bunch of statistics and blames women for all of society's failings.
To everyone calling me a pick-me, I'd rather be a pick-me than a skip-me.
That was over 6 months ago, and she still doesn't seem to have found a high-value man yet. I don't know how you can be a booger and still not get picked, but this genre has been infiltrating the internet and actually finding big followings by posting a bunch of podcast clips where they just target a really specific audience. Someone really needs to start getting them aprons, not because they're women, but just because of all the catering that they're doing. At this point, it's impossible to tell who actually believes what they're saying and who's saying the most outlandish thing they can think of to go viral. It's like a game of boy who cried wolf, but they're crying misogyny. Women belong in the kitchen. What is wrong with you? I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. It's just finances have been tough, and I'm sorry to hear that. Women don't have hobbies. Oh my God, what? I had to get a crown and insurance won't cover it. I mean, that sucks. That it really does. I'm sorry. Females shouldn't vote. Okay, you need to leave. They're gonna start withholding my paychecks. The most recent example is probably this clip.
I please my man in every way. All the ways. Wake him up. He gets to nut. Before he leaves out the door, at work, I am calling him like, come outside, it's your lunch break. It's time for you to get your nut off. When he gets home, he's getting fed. He is getting another nut.
What if everyone misunderstood this TikTok and she's actually just an extreme version of Almond Mom? He wakes up, he gets some cashews. He gets home from work, macadamias. You might even get some flax seeds at bedtime if I'm feeling kinky.
Babe, I want a burger.
You're getting flax!
And one before bed, or two if he's lucky.
Who wants this? Who genuinely is asking for this? It's too many times in one day. You would constantly be on the verge of passing out. I'm not Gwyneth Paltrow. I don't want 8 nuts a day. I don't think this is a real podcast, but if it was, I just want to know who she's talking to, because this is set up like it's a solo podcast, but she's talking to somebody off camera and laughing like they're reacting to what she's saying, but we can't see them. It's like she's holding someone hostage just off screen and forcing them to listen. I would know because that's how I film my videos. I'm just kidding. That's a funny little joke that I like to tell. It's just a joke. Anyway, back to these weird TikToks. Aren't they so weird? They're just so strange. I can't believe that they said this weird thing. That's not something that people would typically say, and so it's weird that they're doing that. Isn't that weird? And they would almost belong in like a weird Hall of Fame, you know, because it's just so weird. But you know, something that's not weird is today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Raycon. Raycon is a company offering quality audio products like wireless earbuds, headphones, and speakers, and starting at half the price of other audio brands. So you get the same quality sound, but at a much better price tag. And if you also can't get anything done without watching videos or listening to music 24/7, allow me to introduce you to Raycon's everyday earbuds. I've had these earbuds for around a year and love not having to charge them all the time since they've got 32 hours of standby battery battery and about 8 hours of non-stop use. I also have the sensitive little Princess Dainty ears, which makes wearing other earbuds uncomfortable and inconvenient because they tend to fall out with each other. They're fighting all the time. But Raycon's everyday earbuds all come with multiple gel tips that you can switch out until you find one that fits just right and stays put. And once they're in, you don't have to take them out even for a phone call. Thanks to their vivid voice technology, you can use the everyday earbuds to take crystal clear calls by using their earbud tap functions. They've got over 50,000 5-star reviews, but if you aren't 100% satisfied, they have an easy and free return guarantee. So if you want to check them out, you can click the link in the description or go to buyraycon.com/ChadChad for 15% off of your order. Thank you to Raycon for sponsoring today, and let's get back to the video.
I strongly believe that every single man should get off every single day. Non-negotiable. If your ass has a man and you are not making him every single day, then you are not a woman. Because hello, welcome to 2023.
It's 2023, ladies. Get with the times. Making a man your #1 priority is the next big thing. Never been done before. Heard of it? It's never been done before, so probably not. This is another thing I've seen pretty often where women threaten that if you don't keep your man happy, he'll get stolen away from you.
Somebody will keep your man happy.
But if this is what it takes to keep him around, then that might be for the best. If you don't quit your job and give up all your free time to spend 6 hours a day getting your man off, then someone else will. And that would suck really hard. Unlike you. She keeps cradling the mic in her hand for some reason, and it doesn't really matter because she's not using the mic audio and is using the camera audio.
Man should get off.
Because if she was, then it would sound like, I think men should dump their loads wherever and whenever they want. Really, City Hall, funerals, the zoo, anywhere they want, really. She has a lot of beliefs that we've heard before, like how women are essentially prizes that you claim for making a lot of money.
Guys should not chase women. They should chase money.
Why?
Because the more money you have, the more women you'll have. Like say you go to a bar.
Okay.
The cute guy in the Honda is definitely not going to get more girls than the ugly guy in the Rolls Royce. Money can do a lot more for you than a woman can.
I think this is funny because in the earlier clips, she's portraying this ideal version of a woman, then goes on to say here that even in that version, it's not enough for her to be important. You're just shitting on yourself. You're taking a giant dookie on your own head right now. What's a woman gonna do? Give you 8 nuts a day? That's not enough to deserve basic respect, okay? If you want to deserve a man, you need to physically transform into a green piece of paper and be 2.5 inches tall. This is the ideal body type, ladies. Keep up.
Because you can buy all sorts of things. What's a woman do for you? Just sits there and looks pretty? Gives you every now and then? I'd rather have money if I was a guy.
If I was a guy, I wouldn't even want me. I'm kind of the worst, actually. I mean, you can't have intercourse with money, though. I've tried, and it was not very cash money. I got a bunch of paper cuts and a vicious UTI. Getting hired at jobs has to be tough when you have such a negative opinion of yourself. This has to make you just a terrible interviewee. And what makes you think you're qualified for this job? I'm not. Great. And what would you say is your greatest strength? None. I'm sorry? Oh, I said none? Oh, well then that's perfect then. Welcome to the convent, sister. Thank you, Reverend. I know she doesn't genuinely do any of this. She doesn't actually practice the advice she's giving here because she doesn't have the time. She's too busy with her regular content, which is flashing people in public and trying to pick up strangers in Walmart. Setting aside the illegal aspect of this, I don't think anyone is actually in this train. All the windows are closed, which I'm pretty sure means there's no passengers inside. So she's essentially just flashing a train. Hey Thomas, the mayor said you're running late again. Hey Gordon, tell the mayor he can go fuck. Hey boys. Oh my god. Oh look, a caboose. This is such a big risk to take for no one to see it. Imagine committing a crime like robbing a bank and then finding out that you actually robbed a hologram of a bank. It's like performing to an empty room, but then at the end you get registered as a sex offender. And then I said, no officer, that's just my wife. Anyway, you guys want to see my car? This isn't limited to trains though. She does the same thing with cars. After a few of these videos, I realized she's not actually flashing people because you can see her clothes if you pause at the right moment. But I still don't think that the people in the cars are in on it, so I'm really confused on why they're reacting the way that they are. Some of them are grinning and taking out their phones to take pictures when in reality what's in front of them is an outfit, I guess. Something terrible just happened to me. Oh my god, it was awful. Why, what happened? What is it? I was walking through the parking lot and this lady came up to me in a trench coat and then she opened up the front and she showed me her Her OOTD. Oh my god. Look, there she is now. Oh my god. Stop it. Oh my god, stop. You need to stop it. This is disgusting. You need to get out of here. You should be ashamed. You can't keep getting away with this. When she's not pretending to commit crimes, she's talking to random men in grocery stores.
I said, are you a parking ticket? Because you have fine written all over you.
No, thanks.
No? Thanks? I'm not selling anything. Where are we going fishing?
What?
When I text you good night later, what number should I text?
Who are you?
They're always really confused, as anyone would be, by someone coming up to you and sticking their phone in your face. Like this? Do you like this? Do you want to go out with me? Does it make you want to nut? Do you want to nut right now? She's also saying terrible pickup lines at the same time as shoving the phone in their face, and they have no idea what she's saying. So she ends up having to say it 2 or 3 times.
Is your name Google? Sorry? Is your name Google? Is your name Google? No? You have everything I'm searching for.
She has to say it so many times that I'm starting to think it's not a pickup line and she's just actually looking for someone named Google. Hey, have you seen my friend, Google? No, sorry, ma'am. Have you seen my friend? No, sorry. I've seen him. Bing. Looks like I'm your friend now. What did you do? What needed to be done? Why is my poop green? Because you have cancer. I fucking knew it. On top of the pickup line, she also does other pranky things in Walmart, like jumping out of trash cans, jumping into people's carts. She even jumps into the seat of one of these Walmart floor scrubbing machines.
Can I have a ride? Can I have a ride? Jump on? Dale!
Which is so fucking crazy. She could potentially get this guy fired for letting a customer hop on this machinery or cause an accident because she even grabs the steering wheel at some point. I may have cost someone their job and they may be unable to afford food, but I got 24,000 likes on TikTok, so I'd say it was worth it. But she also does this other less dangerous thing where she'll stand near somebody, pretend to be on the phone, and then talk about what they're wearing.
If I saw a guy in a striped shirt, he would be mine. Striped shirt and blue pants. It's my favorite. My favorite kind of guy.
This poor man is just trying to go home. He's trying to ignore her and she just keeps following him.
And blue shoes?
And the way she's pretending to talk to someone about them is so unnerving.
If I saw a guy in Fila shoes, I would take him home with me. Blue shorts and Fila shoes.
Sometimes it's less like she's describing a guy and more like she's describing her next meal. If I saw a guy who was wearing a gray hoodie with green shoes, I would take him home with me and cook him.
I'd slather him up in oil, pop him in the oven, 450 degrees for 3 hours. Can somebody help me, please? Jesus Christ, help!
So obviously not all of her content qualifies as pick-me behavior. She's kind of covering a lot of ground here. But I think if I had to summarize it, I would say basically everything that a creepy old man would do in a parking garage.
You want to see my banana?
It's old and it has spots.
You're old and has spots! White shoes, cargo pants, spot t-shirt, glasses. No, his family wouldn't miss him now. Got a tight little ass. Are you from IKEA?
No,
Are you from IKEA?
I'm not, no.
You're not from IKEA? Cause I could get lost in you, boy. Are you an elevator? Cause you got me floored. Did it hurt? Did it hurt?
No.
When you fell down from heaven? Did it hurt? Look at me. Do these match? Does it clash? Rate my fit. What do you think?
Oh my god.
Have another one. Are you from IKEA? No. Can I have a ride? Get out. No. No, get out. Give me a ride. No.
I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Hey guys, and welcome back to A Twin Child. My name is ChadChad. Not really. And I am a psychologist. You are a psychologist. Everybody is a psychologist. At least we would be on TikTok, where putting text on the screen means whatever it says is automatically and undeniably true. Like this one, for example. Psychology fact. If you aren't subscribed to ChadChad, your head will fall off and you'll never find true love. Don't believe it? Just look at this guy. They call him headless for more than one reason. He gets no bitches. Psychology in real life is, by definition, the mental or behavioral characteristics of an individual or group. But on TikTok, its definition is, why won't he text me back? Why doesn't she want to kiss me and smooch me on my face and my body and my butt? How do I force someone to love me genuinely and authentically using science? Tell me! And so a lot of TikTok psychology is focused more on love or how to handle social settings, which is less psychology and more just advice. Psychologists make studying human behavior their life's work. I don't know if they'd want to weigh in on whether your crush likes you back or not. That's kind of like hiring an architect to install your IKEA shelves.
A little lower. A little lower. Just a little
I
bit
helped
lower.
design the Empire State Building. I can't get any lower than this.
If someone looks at you while they are laughing, they are attracted to you.
If someone laughs at your joke, they totally want you. Doesn't matter who you are, where you are, it's going down. And then she said, no, that's a barracuda. Ew, dude. I'm sorry.
Don't look at me when you do that.
It was a funny joke. I couldn't help it.
We're cousins.
Oh my God, you're right.
I feel sick. Are we going to jail? I'm gonna throw up.
But if you want to throw down, then you should check out today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Era. And I'm human, okay? I'm flawed. I know, it's shocking, but it's true. Even though everyone is always reminding me to drink water in real life and online, I still forget all the time. But that's where Air Up comes in. Air Up is the world's first hydration system that flavors water using only scent. You just fill your bottle with plain water and add one of Air Up's flavor pods, which come in a bunch of different flavors. My favorite right now is tangerine. To activate the flavor, you just have to pull up the pod and sip from your bottle while holding it straight up, and it tricks your brain to think you're drinking orange vanilla swirl, but you're not. You're drinking plain water with nothing added into it. It's like you and your nose are pulling a prank on your mouth. It also helps me remember to drink water because it makes the whole thing more fun. I get to drink yummy water and there's pranks. The fun never ends. The bottles are also really cool and customizable. You can mix and match the colors on them until you have one that fits your style perfectly. If you want to check them out, you can click the link in the description and use my code NOTREALLY for 20% off of your order. Thanks to Air Up for sponsoring today, and let's get back to the video.
Psychology facts. Your school years are either the best or worst years of your life.
This is really good because I was just wondering, are my school years going to be the best years of my life or the worst years of my life? And then I read this and it didn't answer either of those questions. Whoever wrote this fact is the last person you want in charge of a weather report. Over here we have a 50-50% chance of rain, which means it either will rain or it won't. We also have a 50-50 chance of a level 5 hurricane, which either means you and your family should take cover or go sit under some really, really tall trees.
When someone starts thinking about you sexually, you may feel their presence even if you are miles away.
So you become like a horny telepath. Yeah, I've basically got like a built-in cerebro, but instead of detecting mutants, it detects big old boners. They call me Cyclops because of all the one-eyed monsters I find. There's a lot of comments agreeing with this and saying that they've also experienced it. I have felt this many times about the same person. Truth, and my ears are constantly ringing. I think you guys might have a medical condition. You don't have a psychic link, you have tinnitus. Man, Casey sure does have a fat ass. That is one massive dumper. She's got a colossal wagon, a tumultuous fart bucket. That's a prodigious derriere right there.
Psychology facts you don't know. The first to apologize is always the bravest. The first to forgive is the strongest. The first to forget is the happiest.
I didn't know those metal signs from Hobby Lobby were 100% psychology facts. Psychology fact. Always be yourself. Unless you can be a dinosaur, then always be a dinosaur. Psychology fact. farmhouse. Psychology fact. Gather, trust, drink, not drink. Sometimes you get people talking about dark psychology, which is code for I'm gonna show you how to manipulate some people now by talking about things that I am in no way qualified to talk about.
Here's a dark psychology trick to make anybody fall in love with you. This is 100% manipulation. I do not recommend doing this to anybody because it is super toxic, and I'm only making a video on it so you can at least be aware if it's happening to you. It's just a 3-step hot and cold technique.
This is how to make anyone fall in love with you. Literally anyone, okay? Pedro Pascal, anyone you want, it doesn't matter. But don't do it though, seriously. It is super messed up if you guys do this, so don't even think about it, okay? So step 1.
Emotionally and physically, you have to pull away from them because this is going to make them feel insecure, like shit, and most importantly, the need to chase and get that validation back from you that they just got addicted to. And then you just have to turn that on button back on again and start validating them. This is going to make them fall in love with you, but in a very unhealthy attachment style.
It's kind of messed up to use second person pronouns after that disclaimer at the beginning.
I do not recommend doing this to anybody.
The way this is phrased is literally like a step-by-step. And it even says good luck at the end.
Luck.
Why do we need luck if we aren't supposed to do this? Okay, so here's how to restock the warehouse. Okay, but this is a bad way. This is a bad way. Don't do it this way. Got it. Okay. Take all the inventory, put it on the shelves. On the shelves. Take it back down. Take back down. Piss on it. Piss on it. Throw it all away. Got it. And then what's the correct way? What's the correct way? Wait, where are you going? Good luck. No, wait.
Psychology hack to make her like you instantly. When you're interacting with a female, you have to use sarcasm. This shows that you're playful and it displays intelligence and humor, a trait that females love. It's also an effective way of making her laugh and experience positive emotions with you.
I've never heard someone scientifically break down how to have a sense of humor. If you wish to enjoy the company of an attractive female, you must partake in the jovial exchange of wit. This will lead to an emission of tittering or even guffaws such as this. Ha, ha, ha. Ha. I don't like the way he says interacting with a female. Dude, you're describing a date, not an enclosure at the zoo. Hey Tom, you want to grab a beer? Yeah, hang on, let me finish interacting with these females. Eat up, sluts.
If she says to you, I bet you talk to a lot of girls, you would reply with, I've never talked to a girl in my life. I'm just trying to get my first kiss.
Tell the female you have never spoken to one of them before. It will not believe you because of your obvious charisma and charm. I've never talked to a girl before in my life sounds more like a cry for help. I don't know if it counts as sarcasm. I mean, he claims it'll make her like you instantly, and it's in text, so it must be true. I bet you talk to a lot of girls. Women don't talk to me. Oh, not even my own mother. I'm so sorry. She hated me. She wouldn't speak to me. That's awful. Except to say, I hate you. I hate you. You ruined my life. You're just like your father. I am so turned on right now.
Psychology hack to get inside a girl's mind. Guys, please be careful when you're using this because this is dark psychology and this is going to make her think about you non-stop. So when you're talking or texting a girl in a casual manner, I want you to wait for a break in the conversation and then say, hey, there's something I want to tell you, and then right after that, just say, oh no, never mind, it's not worth it.
What if you got in her head by being an enjoyable person? What if you fucked around and formed a meaningful connection with someone? As a joke. Videos like this just seem like a confession to me. It's like a self-report. You're basically admitting that you can't get people to go out with you without studying dark psychology hacks on TikTok. That seems like something you would maybe want to keep a secret. Yeah, females love me. As long as I make them question their sanity and play weird mental games that make me feel like I'm in control of all of our interactions. I think what they love most about me is probably how normal and chill and normal I am. And normal.
This will make her go crazy and she's instantly going to be saying to you, what is it? Like, please tell me. And she's going to be going through so many scenarios in her head of what she thought you were going to say, and it's going to be stuck in her head for literally hours to days after you said it. And when you do end up telling her what was on your mind, you can just say something stupid and funny like, hey, I just wanted to tell you that I like food.
Say something funny. Like, I love food. I love food, guys. I really, really love food. They say you are what you eat. And that must make me food, because I eat food and I like it. What's the deal with airplane food? Cause I love it. It's my favorite. I like it a lot. Ha, ha, ha. Ha, ha. Some of these have this weird thing where they're basically dramatizing mental disorders in a cartoonish villain Shane Dawson documentary kind of way.
Psychology trick to test if someone is a narcissist. If you suspect someone is a narcissist, tell them something that would make them look better by being your friend. For example, that your father actually owns a private jet that you use to travel around the world with. Now look them straight in the eye. They'll either show a hopeful smile because they found their new victim to draw resources from, or you'll see a jealous, hateful look.
And if they say something like this,
Aha! Now I've got you, my pretty.
Do not let them on your private jet. They may have bad intentions.
Give me your shoes, bitch.
She makes it sound like there are only two potential responses after telling your friends this. They'll either smile, which is bad, or they'll look jealous, which is also bad. Which one are we trying to avoid? Because both of these sound like terrible friends. It's also kind of hypocritical to do this in order to test someone else's psychological state, because you are literally lying to your friends in order to manipulate them and do some kind of DIY psychology test. You are also a terrible friend. What's that Bible verse about telling your friend they've got dirt in their eye? Hey, you should really get that dirt in your eye checked out. What do you mean? Who are you talking to? Sorry, I can't see with these really tall trees in my eyes. She wraps this up by saying that you should eventually reveal you were lying.
Then you say, just kidding, my father can't even afford a private jet in his dreams. Their next facial expression will tell you everything.
And then she doesn't tell us what facial expression will tell us everything, or what it will tell us, or what we're looking for. Sometimes it's like they aren't even trying to make it seem like they know what they're talking about. The most important part of roofing is, and I can't stress this enough, the most important part, and no one can argue this, absolutely no one. Someone could literally die if you don't do this part that I'm about to tell you. Hey, you can't be up here. Put that down. Are you stupid? No, I'm licensed. Yeah, right. Are you calling me a liar? Well, I ain't calling you a roofer. She also has another hack to tell us if our friends have bad intentions.
Share a fake problem with them. For example, that you're about to invest $1,000 into something. Say that you don't have a lot of money, but you really believe in this investment. Now pay close attention to what advice they give you. They give you an advice where they end up getting a cut of the money. That's a huge red flag.
She even tells us to pay close attention.
Now pay close attention.
Which is my favorite part because it implies that if we aren't focusing really hard, we'll miss that someone is trying to steal from us, which is ridiculous, okay? I would know if someone was trying to steal from me. Easy, I'll show you. Protecting your home against theft is very simple. There are a few precautions you can take. Today, me and my friend will be demonstrating how to make your home thief-proof. So first, you're gonna wanna-
Hey, I'll be right back.
Okay. First, you're gonna make sure all your doors are locked at all times. Windows also need to be locked. Keep everything locked. Number 5, get a good safe. Safes are great for your most valuable items. For example, watches, jewelry, your laptop. Sometimes it's a good idea to get up close and personal with your home to make sure there are no weak spots that could become entry points. Number 35, keep up with your things. If you can't see it, you can't protect it. Never let important things out of your sight.
Hey, Chad, can I borrow your keys?
Oh yeah, sure. I like to do routine perimeter checks just to make sure that no one is getting to my treasured possessions. Is that my jet? That is such a red flag. I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. And don't forget to use code NOTREALLY for 20% off your order with today's sponsor, AirUp. Okay, bye. Hey guys, and welcome to a dentist being worse than a regular dentist somehow. A cavity of depravity. My name is ChadChad. And have you ever been sitting in a dentist chair, mouth agape, blood dribbling from your gums, and every few minutes your stomach rumbles because you overslept and forgot to eat before your appointment? And you make sure to mention it to the dental assistant in a jokey way so that she knows you're just hungry and you don't need to take a shit. And you think to yourself, what would make this even better is if my dentist was a steaming pile of garbage.
Hi, my name is Dr. Kenny Wilstead, and this is my practice. I've been practicing dentistry for 13 years now, and I specialize in making people smile again.
If you want free shit, you gotta like send some pictures of your boobs.
This guy is Dr. Kenny, or Dr. Ken, not like the Barbie doll Ken, even though they probably have the same number of testicles. But Kenny's job is just to, he's got a pretty big following on social media and specializes in smile makeovers. At least that's the type of service he usually posts content about. And he recently announced a new TV show that he started filming for.
Exciting news, we are filming for my new show.
But he prides himself in the fact that his practice is down to earth and politically incorrect.
One word to describe my office: real. Well, okay, 2 words, because unprofessional.
And most importantly, jokes are allowed over there, okay? Unlike everywhere else, where joking gets you locked up on the spot.
Hey dude, look. Get it? I'm under arrest.
Yes, you are. Man. And having a funny dentist would be great, fantastic, except Kenny's version of joking is usually demeaning his clients and harassing women.
Look at what the cow drug in. Talking about your outfit.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what this is, but it's a first.
Kenny seems to confuse being cool and unprofessional with not having basic respect for his clients, so he constantly crosses boundaries he shouldn't by making jokes at his clients' expense.
Damn. Those are right out of a Halloween catalog. You kiss your boyfriend with those in? That was a man for life. You have salad? It doesn't, you don't look like it. I just saying you're just a
You edit that out.
Which isn't funny anyway, but even less so coming from someone holding a drill in your mouth. A dental office is not the place to test the bounds of comedy. This isn't your chance to perform. So, you doing anything fun over the summer?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. But if you want to see something truly magical, then you should check out today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Book of the Month. Listen, you like to read, you like to have books, but sometimes you don't know what book you want or where to find it. Sometimes you just want a book to fall into your lap. Whoa. What, that's crazy timing. Book of the Month makes it easy peasy to find a new book each month by showing you 5 to 7 options from upcoming authors that you can pick from using their app. And then bam, it shows up at your house in this pretty little box, and shipping is always free. They even have an app where you can track your reading progress and complete challenges for rewards, plus a loyalty program that gets you lower prices the longer you use it. Book of the Month is a great opportunity to test out genres you don't usually read, and with their new launch of curated audiobooks, you can even read on the go by choosing and downloading books right through their app. Each month you can opt for hardcovers or audiobooks. This month I got Starling House and the Unmaking of June Farrow. This one is about love and curses, and I love love and cursing. But if you want to check them out, just click the link in the description, and for a limited time you can use code SPOOKY to get your first book for only $5. Thank you, Book of the Month, for sponsoring, and let's get back to the video. Kenny makes it a point to do kind of a casual interview with his patients before their procedures, and this is where a lot of his joking tends to happen.
Dang, was that you?
That was me. That was
Bro,
me.
that's
Bro,
embarrassing.
we need to be nice, okay?
No.
He constantly insults people's appearance by implying that they were unattractive before he fixed their teeth, or sometimes just outright calls them ugly.
Yeah, my work is nice. I make really ugly girls pretty.
He'll call people names.
What's up, slut? Come on, hurry up. I want to see how you handle this bitch.
He goes way too far with some of his jokes.
All right, take your shit off. Not your clothes, just your mask.
He even crosses physical boundaries. You get the idea. I just want to make sure everyone knows that this guy isn't cringy. He is predator. He makes completely inappropriate sexual comments to them as well, which isn't unprofessional. It's crazy.
Damn, you've had worse things in your mouth.
Now I'm crying mess.
Yeah, now you're all flustered. Like we just f***ed or something. No, we're gonna f*** her for sure. I don't even like fat chicks, but right now...
Let's not pretend you're getting anyone with that riz. The only thing you can pull is teeth. Kenny's office announced a contest a while back where people could submit applications for a chance to win a free smile makeover. To apply, they'd ask people for details about their teeth and why they hadn't been able to get them fixed, which usually involves unfortunate circumstances. And if you thought Kenny was going to navigate that with any amount of tact, don't. He's a dentist. He uses too much Sensodyne to have that kind of sensitivity.
I've been miserable, depressed.
What kind of boyfriends do you get?
boyfriend.
Do you have a boyfriend?
No.
Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend?
Kenny's ability to make any normal interaction uncomfortable or inappropriate is almost impressive sometimes. Even the announcement for his new TV show gets kind of weird.
We have open auditioning happening right now.
The first couple frames are of him sticking his tongue out. There's nothing inherently wrong with that, I just really, really hate it. He can't get through the video without making a joke about a casting couch.
Okay, the hashtag is DKS casting, not casting couch, so be aware. I mean, if you want to send one of those, your account might be canceled.
No one thought you meant that. No one was thinking that.
All right, guys, I'm gonna head out.
Okay.
Not heading that way.
What?
I mean, like, if you want.
I never said that.
Like,
I don't know what you're talking
can,
about.
But, like, that's not what I meant, though,
said
definitely,
nobody in here
for
said
sure.
that. Unfortunately, he doubled down on this joke and DM'd the same one to someone who applied to the contest.
Maybe the hashtag should have been casting couch, because after I posted this is the response I was met with. If you're entering into this giveaway, just know that it's about more than just teeth, supposedly.
You know you're messaging people from your public business account, right? And not your Hinge profile. Sorry, your unhinged profile. This is clearly a pattern for him because he sent a similar DM to an applicant during his last contest. Saying something like this to someone who just asked you for help is so evil. She started a GoFundMe because she didn't win the contest and clearly she's not gonna go get it done here. So I'll put that up here somewhere and in the description. I'll definitely be donating because this was awful. Not only are jokes like these allowed at Kenny's office, apparently so are crimes. He was actually arrested in 2014 for overprescribing medications and for committing fraud. Guess you could say he lies through his teeth. It actually makes complete sense that he said the show is about more than just teeth. If you scroll through any of their social media pages, you'll notice that almost all the clients they pose seem to be women. If you watch one of the rare videos where the client is a man, suddenly Kenny seems much less comedically adventurous.
I kind of look in the mirror, I see my past. I see all the mistakes that I made before.
So your teeth are kind of like a constant reminder of what you've been through.
In fact, he doesn't make a single joke directed at his appearance in this one. I thought jokes were allowed here. I thought we were being silly, goofy in here. It's almost like it's not about making jokes and is really about saying creepy, suggestive shit to women. Again, you can be a dentist and make jokes without being creepy or mean. Jokes don't have to be mean to be funny. Unless they're about Kenny, then they're hilarious. L, farthead, stinky, no bitches, hoops and pants. While it is a nice gesture to do free dental work for people who really need it, in this situation it's also sinister because it creates this place where Kenny can say or do whatever he wants and people just have to put up with it. One of the contest winners actually made a follow-up video about her experience.
And that is disgusting behavior that you portray on every platform that you have.
And he responded to this video calling him out with a massive text message where he brushes off his comments as being his satire personality. You can't even spell satire. Literally, that's wrong. That's incorrect. You spelled that wrong.
He's not speaking out on it. He's trying to point fingers, play the blame game, and gaslight me into thinking I did something wrong when I did nothing wrong.
He calls their interaction true vibing at its best. You were making fun of her.
Look at what the cow drug in.
The vibe was bullying. He ends the message by saying that he forgives her for trying to destroy his integrity, but unlike every other aspect of himself, he needs no help there. He also makes sure to tell her that she's not perfect either and has plenty that she'll have to answer for. He should be working at Waffle House with how good he is at flipping things. Hey, when you laughed at my physical appearance and made inappropriate comments, that made me feel bad. I'm literally a baby. It's just not okay to do those things. You are being mean to a precious baby boy right now. You just can't say stuff
The way you're saying this stuff is so mean. I've never done anything wrong, so you're actually mean.
He also encourages people to share their stories during his interviews and records their emotional moments for his social media. But then he complains about people coming to him with sob stories.
I'm not a very sentimental person myself. If, you know, you're a single mom of 3 kids and you have 3 different baby daddies and your teeth are shit, probably not gonna select you for the show.
This is a person who needs dental care and messaged him asking for advice or probably hoping he could help somehow. And instead of doing that or having any empathy, he posted it to his account with hundreds of thousands of followers with their profile picture in it, and then he says in the caption, "Wake up and stop being a victim." He created like this public image of himself that talks about how much he wants to help people in situations like this and transform their smile and their life. And then when people believe that image and send him stuff like this, he's upset, I guess. My name is ChadChad, and I'm known for eating boogers.
What, can you eat my boogers?
How dare you insinuate I like to eat boogers?
I didn't say, you said that.
I hate eating boogers, and that's the tooth. I think most of us can agree he shouldn't be a dentist, he shouldn't have a license, and he definitely shouldn't have a show. It's already sad enough that so many people can't get the dental care they need, and this makes it even sadder. Why do people have to participate in reality TV to get help with a medical issue? My name is Carrie, I'm self-employed, and my arm has been broken for approximately 2 years. It's just kind of dangling under there. Carrie is great. She's really great, but she will not shut the fuck up about her arm. Sometimes I can sleep if I lay on my back and I like hover it over the edge of the bed so it doesn't touch anything. If it touches anything, I throw up. I used to like her more. I found her humorous. It was on the kitchen counter one day. Does anyone have any ibuprofen? That's just for winners. Like, we get it. Your arm is broken. No one wants to hear your sob story. I just really want to win that ambulance ride to the hospital. It's a lifelong dream, and it's so close I can taste it. Oh no, that's just stomach bile. Carrie, congratulations. You won. Ambulance is on the way, and we also want to give you this plaque. Oop, careful. Brace yourself. Carrie, are you okay? I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Hey guys, and welcome.
Don't mind if I do.
There he is. Get in here, big boy.
Well.
Well. A twinge of cringe. My name is ChadChad. Not really. And today we're doing sales training. We're gonna learn how to sail so freaking good. We're gonna weigh anchors. We're gonna hoist things. We're gonna poop on so many decks. I'm just kidding. What we're actually doing today is way more fun than that. We're gonna learn how to sell things to people who probably don't want to be sold to. Heck yeah. And who better to teach us than the #1 salesman in the world, Andy Elliott. Andy is a world-renowned salesman who found a bunch of success in sales and now has courses so he can pass along his knowledge in the industry. On TikTok, he posts a lot of clips from his seminar, which is called The Master Closer, and that is referring to closing deals, not someone who gets off by leaving the room. What are you doing?
A master closing.
Ew, dude. Close the door at least.
If you insist.
Or wait, don't. That's not what Andy is kind of an interesting instructor though, because he seems to take what he's teaching very seriously. Like life or death. Seriously.
If someone right now, I'm just giving an example, kidnapped your family and said they were going to kill them unless you tripled production or revenue in your company, you can do it in a heartbeat. Why someone got to kidnap them? Why is that even gotta happen?
It doesn't gotta happen, Andy. No one said you have to do that. And how is my family being in a traumatic situation helping me make a sale? I'm just gonna be more stressed. And if you sign the papers today, we'll throw in 12 months of SiriusXM. That's okay. Who are they? Oh, this is my husband, Ryan, and our 2 kids, Leslie and Morley, and that is their armed kidnapper. Are they okay? They will be if you buy this 2012 Ford Fusion with great reliability and resale value.
Mommy, I'm scared.
Mommy's working. But if you want a really great deal, you should check out today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Toon Blast. Toon Blast is a free-to-play mobile game that you can download on all devices and level up by solving puzzles and blasting cubes. And once it's downloaded, you don't even need Wi-Fi to play. You can play it anytime, anywhere. You can play it with a mouse. You can play it in a house. You probably will play it in a house. It's also very easy to play, so within a few seconds, you can be zooming through levels. There's not even any ads to interrupt your playtime, so you can zoom right through those bad boys. Since there's really no learning curve, the game is super easy to pick up. Not as easy to put back down though. That might be why they have millions of reviews on the App Store and Google Play. There's over 7,000 levels to unlock and explore. You can even compete against other players or play challenging mini games to unlock extra lives and coins. Or you can join teams with other players to unlock even more rewards. But most importantly, things explode a lot. And that's my favorite part. I love exploding all over the place. If you want to check them out, you can use the link in my description or scan my QR code to get 3 hours of unlimited lives and 100 free coins. Thank you to Toon Blast for sponsoring today, and let's get back to the video. The way Andy teaches sales kind of reminds me of the Alpha Bootcamp that I just made a video about. He'll tell people to come up and do push-ups if they answer a question wrong, or even just in a way he doesn't like.
All right, get that fucking weak ass up here. Let's do 20 push-ups. Come on, come on.
He talks about kidnapping and torturing people way more than the normal amount being none.
Number one, your script. I should be able to pull you up in the middle of the room, flip you upside down, pour water on you, waterboard your ass, slap you in the face, and say it. ABCs, happy birthday, date of birth, what's your name? Whatever I ask him, you should be able to tell me.
You need to know your name, your birthday, your ABCs, and if you don't, I'm gonna torture you. Very good. And what does W stand for? I don't know. Waterboarding. When he's not threatening to torture or kill their families, Andy likes to body shame the people who attend his seminars.
Garrett, take your shirt off. Come on, Garrett. Take your shirt off, Garrett.
Bringing a volunteer on stage for anything is awkward enough, but then asking them to take their clothes off? Imagine attending a sales seminar and then being asked to strip in front of Mr. Clean. I may only kill 99.9% of germs, but I kill 100% of my deals. Now get up here and show me your balls. He actually takes it a step further and touches this guy on the waist while asking if it bothers him.
Does this bother you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, doesn't bother you enough.
But the only thing that bothers me, Andy, is the way you're freaking chomping on that gum.
Okay, doesn't bother you enough. Because if it did, you wouldn't have it. Am I right?
You're chewing with your mouth open and you're talking into a mic. That's like seeing you're on the Jumbotron and then beginning to pick your nose. Andy's weird obsession with people's physical appearances doesn't stop with the people attending his seminar, though. He actually has the same expectations for the people he employs.
I'm going to tell you this, my entire company, my entire team, if you don't have a six-pack, you don't work for us. No, I know. It's called, everybody say standard.
It's called having standards, guys, and not a huge HR violation. How does that help you sell anything? In what situation is someone gonna see your stomach during a sales pitch? This is one of our new fiberglass models. It's a little more expensive, but I think it's just what you need. I don't know, I can barely afford the funeral expenses as is, plus my car just broke down.
How about now?
Oh my God, I'm still broke. I can't buy it.
But I'm so sexy.
He always excuses his weird physical criteria for people as being standards, and if you don't meet them, you're just a freaking loser.
It's called, everybody say standard. How about we raise them? How about we raise them? How about we raise them?
So he's either really into abs or he's really into dried grapes. How about we raise him? How about we raise him, guys? Guys, why don't we raise him? We should be raising. This clip isn't even the only example of him making someone take their shirt off on stage. This is a recurring thing.
I know you see the word solar on my shirt. I don't see solar up on your roof, dude. So up until now, what's been holding you back from pulling that trigger?
He made this guy come on stage, take off 50% of his clothing, and then asked him to pitch solar panels.
This is kind of what I hear him doing today.
This is kinda why I'm here.
I get that the whole point of the seminar is to get feedback and become better at pitching, but do you have to write his mistakes on the board? Do you have to get the whole room to laugh at him? But don't worry, guys, it's not degrading.
In everything that I'm saying to you right now, I'm not tearing you down, I'm not degrading you, I'm not insulting you. He can make $500,000 if he wants to.
So glad we cleared that up. I'm not insulting you, dude. Even though what you just said was dumb as fuck. It's almost like he needs to prove how much better at sales he is than any of the people he brings up on stage. So he has to make them take their clothes off or do something embarrassing so that they don't pitch well. It's like cheating. You ready to play baseball to see which one of us is better at baseball? Oh boy, am I. Okay, but you can't have a bat though. Okay, or a ball. That makes sense. I win. Man, you're really good at this. So he wants everyone's nips out, which is already weird, but he also can't stop talking about slamming people into walls.
He's broke, am I right? He needs to put his back against the wall. You guys need to put your back against the wall. They're trying to play it safe, and I am literally pounding their ass in the ground.
Oh, Andy, I think you're at the wrong conference. The sexual euphemism seminar is down the hall, okay? In room 69. With all of these rants going on, I'm not really sure when he has time to teach sales. He mostly talks about how you'll be instantly better at sales if you just look better.
Let me ask you, if you lean down and you let all that muscle come through, dude, you'd be twice as good at looking. You'd be making twice the money. Maybe some of you in here didn't know that being better looking would make you more money.
Which is egotistical when you think about it, because he claims to be the world's best salesman. So it's basically him saying, how do you make more money? Just be sexy. Like me. Have you tried being a suave womanizer who wears shoes like a court jester? You don't even have bells on your toes? I'm out of here. Their website says that Andy personally guarantees the seminar will improve your life and easily triple your income. And yeah, if I took my shirt off, I could probably triple my income too. I'm just kidding, that's not happening. Unless, I'm just kidding. But even when he's not going on rants, his sales advice still isn't that great.
Okay, you ready? 30 seconds, close the room on buying insurance. Ready? Hey, let me ask you a question. Do you got a family? Do you got a family? Do you got a family? You got a family?
Hey, let me ask you a question. 5 times. I am going to ask you the same question 5 fucking times.
You got a family?
A lot of his techniques don't even seem like techniques. They just seem like guilt tripping.
Do you want on the worst day of their life when you're gone for your family to be protected? Yes or no? Okay, it's black and white. If you do, we need to make sure they have life insurance. If you don't, it's not important. Would you agree?
Let me ask you a question. Do you love and care about your family and want to keep them safe? Or do you hate them and hope they die? AKA, don't want to buy my solar panels. There is no in between. It's black and white, this or that. What happens when he tries this approach on someone who doesn't have a family? You have a family? You have a family? You have a family? You got a family? You got a family? Well, I did. Do you have a family? You got a family?
Find the courage to say yes, regardless of what it costs. And you went home and you said, hey, baby girl, didn't matter what it cost, you're number one to me. And to prove that, I went ahead and pulled the trigger on the kitchen remodel because you're number one in my life. Do you think she'd have a problem with that?
Yes, Andy. I think she might have a problem with that. You know what would make your wife super happy? Spending thousands of dollars without telling her. She might even slam you into the wall and pound your ass. Again. He even admits at some point that he never really knows what he's talking about.
Do you need to know how solar works, or do you need to know how to sell it? Sell it. Dude, I broke the record in the United States for selling cars when I was young. I didn't know anything about cars. I don't give a how it works. What does solar do? Yeah, who gives a how it works?
I don't know. The potential customer might care how it works. The overall message seems to be, it doesn't matter what you say or what you know, as long as you say it confidently. And I thought this was a seminar for salespeople, not politicians. You know, Andy creates unnecessary hypotheticals and makes people super uncomfortable on stage, but at least he's open to criticism.
By the way, if I say something that offends any of you, it's because you're f***ing ego. You can die with that f***ing ego. You can die f***ing broke. Okay? Whoever's not with them, go f*** yourself. We don't need you.
Man, I'm sorry, guys. I was about to say that it's possible to be a salesman and teach people how to pitch products without weird power trips or humiliating them based on their appearance, but I just realized that's my ego talking. Also, I'm poor and should probably die.
You can die f***ing broke.
I think this is all just a result of telling someone like this that they're the best at something too many times. It's kind of like Pinocchio, but instead of lying every time someone compliments him, his pants get a little bit tighter. To me, it seems like he gets off on the idea that he's better at sales than everyone in the room, which, yeah, that's why they're there. You can't rub your knowledge of something in the faces of people who are paying you to share it with them. You'd never see any other kind of teacher doing that. Can anyone answer this one for me? No? Josie? I'm not really sure. See, this is why you're all broke. We don't know how to solve that problem yet. You know what else you don't know how to solve yet? Being short. What? None of you have jobs, and I bet most of you still live with your parents. We're in kindergarten. I know how to solve this because I'm not a dumb little kid like you. That's why you're the teacher. Everyone point and laugh at Josie. Do it. I can't even count to 5. Hey guys, look, this is Josie. What an idiot. I'm so much smarter than you. I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. And don't forget to check out Toon Blast by scanning the QR code or clicking the link in the description for 3 hours of unlimited lives and 100 free coins. Okay, thank you. Love you. Bye. Comedy. What is comedy? Why is comedy? Where am I? Help. Comedy started with those court jester guys with the shoes and the bells, and they dance around and fall over. And now we have people on TikTok who do crowd work where they're like, are you two together? Are you dating? Your siblings? What a misunderstanding that I made up. One of those guys is Matt Rife, and if you get stand-up comedy clips on your FYP, you've probably seen him around. He looks like this. He's the one with the eyes. He stumbled into a little bit of controversy recently, and not so recently. Netflix just released a comedy special featuring Matt Rife, and one of the opening jokes he makes is a bit insensitive.
The hostess who like seats you at the restaurant had a black eye. Couldn't get over the fact that we're like, this is the face of the company? Like, this is put her in the kitchen or something where nobody has to see her face. Yeah, but I feel like if she could cook, she wouldn't have that black eye.
Thank you. Wow. Thank you. It is so great to be here. Thank you for coming. Domestic violence. That's my time. I'll be here all week. What? I will not be here all week. I've been asked to leave. Not only is the joke in poor taste, but given the fact that his audience is mostly female and his success on social media is mostly thanks to his female audience, there was some backlash.
I watched the first 3 minutes of the Matt Rife comedy special on Netflix and turned it off.
So many people have dark humor mixed up. Dark humor is when you make a funny joke about something unfortunate that you have experienced, not other people's experience.
A comedian ruining his relationship with a large portion of his fan base because he wanted to be like all the other boring ass Netflix special you can't tell a joke anymore crowd is actually just depressing.
And Matt responded to the criticism with a leveled, thought out, heartfelt statement. Just kidding, he posted this.
If you've ever been offended by a joke I've told, here's a link to my official apology. And the link is to special needs helmets.
Really putting the median and comedian there. Hello? It's 2016 YouTube. They said they want their... Oh. Okay, they're just yelling slurs now. One of his main things is that a lot of people find him attractive, especially Matt Rife. Matt Rife finds Matt Rife very attractive.
I mean, people don't want to laugh at physically attractive people. You don't want to walk on stage and have people looking at your arms rather than listening to your jokes. I think it just makes me work that much harder on the material and the jokes that I'm trying to tell to get people to focus on the real show at hand.
He thinks it hinders his comedy in some ways. He has to work harder because he's attractive. It's like a hurdle, how hot he is. Our hearts go out to him and his struggles. May he overcome. It just makes him seem like he'd be the kind of guy to stop and look at his reflection in every car window he passes by.
Hey, I think that guy's trying to break into my car.
No, I'm just sexy as fuck. Okay, well, no funny business. Oh, I'm already in that business. And since we're talking about businesses, let's talk about this one. This video is sponsored by Simper. Do you smell like poop? Do you smell like ugh? Ugh. Then Simpered can help you with that. Simpered is a subscription service that lets you test out designer fragrances every month for just $17. Their fragrances come in these cute portable cases. I use Simpered all the time because I constantly forget to put smell good things on myself, but their cases are just the perfect size. So now I have one in my bathroom, I have one in my purse, I have one in my car. So no matter how forgetful and stinky my brain is, I will smell good. Simpered has affordable and flexible subscription plans you can skip or cancel at any time with no hassles. You get to pick which fragrance you want to try every month from over 600 different options. You get perfumes, you get colognes, you get unisex options. This month I got Candy Floral by Prada. It has hints of honey and peonies, and it really does smell like candy that I want to eat, but I won't. And this one is Mystère by Catherine Malandrino, and it smells like cranberries and cedarwood, and these both smell really good, and I can't pick a favorite, so I'm just gonna eat them both. I mean, wear them both. These come in vials with a 30-day supply of your fragrance, so you have plenty of time to test them out and experiment with different ones until you find the perfect one that suits you just right. If you want to check them out, you can click the link in the description and use my coupon code TheChadX2 for 55% off. That's just a little over $7 for your first month. Thank you to Simper for sponsoring, and let's get back to the video. Matt's been doing comedy for a pretty long time, but he didn't find a lot of success until he started posting on TikTok.
He didn't do anything? Did he not have a job the entire time you guys were together? He did. He did? He worked in the ER? Oh, I'm sorry, you broke up with a hero?
After this video, his account blew up and he started posting more clips of crowd work. He started building this audience that was there for his funny interactions with crowd members, but also how much they liked his face and stuff.
It's not like I made the conscious decision to be born a straight white male. I probably
probably would have.
But he's made a couple comments during interviews that sound like he kind of resents the fact that his audience is mostly female.
So they bring their boyfriends or husbands who are always reluctant because they fucking probably bought the tickets.
Right.
They didn't want to be there. And then like 20 minutes into the show, they realize like my comedy is so much more for guys than it is girls. It's so funny. My live shows, to me, I've always gone for the tone of like, I just wanted to feel like a hangout with the boys.
My comedy is for boys only. No girls allowed. To get into my shows, you have to bring 2 forms of ID and wash your face like this. A couple different times he's talked about how he doesn't want his content geared towards women and he makes it trying to appeal to guys. One thing that I wanted to tackle in this special was showing people that despite what you think about me online, I don't pander my career to women. I would argue this special is way more for guys. But why do we have to gender comedy? If you can only make jokes that 50% of the population might find funny, doesn't that mean that you're 50% less good at making jokes? And you're making 50% less money too. If I make a type of butter that only tastes good to half the population, all I'm doing is limiting my profit margin. He mentions he doesn't pander to women, but a lot of his clips are of crowd work where he's flirting with them.
I seem frustrated. A gift maybe help? Maybe after the show. Thank you so much. What's your name? Christina? You are so hot. Thank you so much.
Widowed? Oh, fuck, I'm sorry. How long ago? Don't mind me asking. 1 year? Oh, that's so recent. Back on the market or what?
His website has a shirtless picture of him on the homepage for the boys, for the guys. And the preview for his Netflix special is him getting arrested for being too hot to be a comedian.
Everybody knows they only go into your shows for those traps, those tattoos, and them cheekbones.
You know, it sounds like y'all don't know me at all. You know, sometimes the way somebody looks doesn't depict who they are on the inside.
You mean part of your success relies on how physically attractive people think you are and not solely on your talent and hard work? That's like messed up. That's really annoying. He also talks a lot about how much he hates social media, which is fine, understandable.
Yeah, I reluctantly started posting on TikTok beginning of last year. I've always hated social media.
But when social media and women are the main reasons for your success and you like to complain about both of those things so frequently, do you like what you do? It's just strange to resent basically everything that got you to where you are, I think.
Oh my God. This is amazing. This is everything I've ever dreamed of. These boots, this jacket, this tent, this axe, this rope. I fucking hate rope.
It seems like he's trying to separate himself from the crowd work comedy, which I think he's good at, and transfer over to the dark, edgy humor comedy.
You guys ready to be offended?
Because we don't have enough of that. He called his tour the Problematic World Tour because he's problematic. He loves problems and having problems and making problems. Pythagoras is jealous. He's quaking. And it kind of seems like it's working. I keep seeing comments from dudes on TikTok calling him a legend now. I didn't like Matt Rife until this video. Is Matt Rife for the boys now? He might be losing fans, but also gaining new ones. That helmet joke was solid. And if you want a new audience that thinks PewDiePie did nothing wrong on the bridge, then there you go. This wasn't his first dance with controversy. There was a podcast clip that got him into some trouble where he compared female genitalia to chewed up gum.
I don't love a giant. I don't want your pussy to look like the gum from Sausage Party. You know what I mean?
He also tried to make fun of Mason Ramsey in 2018. You know, the cute, sweet kid who yodeled in Walmart? He replied to a picture Mason posted on Twitter and tried to make fun of his birthmark. What's on your forehead? Some gum? Yoda lady, hey, don't bully that child, please. What is it with this guy and gum? Why does he hate gum? Then he tried to backtrack and say he actually wanted to know. Was genuinely curious, LOL. I've got your new single on repeat, little man. No, you didn't. What, you just had a sudden interest in dermatology? Hey, what the fuck's wrong with your face? I have a skin condition. Okay, Jesus, I was just curious. Take these twice a day and it should clear up. Okay, thanks, Doc. This wasn't a controversy, but he posted a clip from one of his shows where a woman starts having a seizure in the crowd and the screen cuts to black and starts playing this peppy ukulele music.
Oh, shit. Yo, can we get a paramedic real quick? Paramedic, please.
Because all I've really seen from him is crowd work, which again, I think is funny. I think he does crowd work really well. But I did watch the Netflix special.
The dumb general consensus they would say was shit like, how hard could it be to just follow the rules?
I watched most of the Netflix special, we have the infamous opening joke that started all of this, and he follows it up with that line that comedians do sometimes where they're like, just making sure y'all are a fun crowd, just making sure y'all are fun.
Testing the water, seeing if y'all are gonna be fun or not. Just wanted to see.
Why can't the fun be like party favors? Why can't it be a pinata? Since you think hitting is funny. He spends a whole segment talking about how dumb women are for being into astrology and how stupid they are for believing in anything like that.
I'm so tired of you ladies blaming your poor decision-making skills on planets.
And then a few minutes later, he has a segment about how he believes in ghosts. He says, "Do you know what I mean?" a lot.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Why do comics say that? Has anyone else noticed that? Why do they do that? They're not actually asking if you know what they mean. It's like the stand-up comics version of saying, And so yeah, I jerk off into socks. You know what I mean? No, I don't. You know what I mean? No. Anyway, I felt pretty inspired after watching this, so I decided to make my own stand-up special. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for having me. Wow, what a great looking couple. Oh, you're siblings? Oh man, sorry. Oh, dog. You know, we have a lot of differences, but we all like to pee on the floor. My ex used to tell me I never amount to anything, so I amounted his dad. Where were you on 9/11? Your silence sparks volumes. Excuse me, sir, stop heckling me. Look at this guy. What a pussy, right? Stand-up comedy. That's my time. Thank you. Stand-up comedy. I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. And thank you again to Semper for sponsoring this video. Don't forget to use code TheChadX2 and click the link below for 55% off your first month. Okay, bye. Water, one of the most vital resources on the planet, something that we can't live without, and something that momfluencers can't bear the taste of without 2 pounds of powdered pineapple Fanta mixed and heart-shaped ice cubes made of pink lemonade. So it makes sense that something as important as water, something of this magnitude, deserves to be carried in a vessel of the same importance. Something sturdy, something cute, something that retails for up to $60 before tax. So when Stanley Cups started blowing up online, we found that vessel. For the past year or so, I had never really heard of Stanley Cups, and if you still haven't, Stanley Cups are to Hydro Flasks what Hydro Flasks are to Yeti Cups. I feel like I need to have something in my hand. I can't do this without something in my hand. Oh, perfect. Look at him. Aww. Bestie. Every few years or so, there's a new water bottle brand that everybody wants for Christmas, and if you don't have it, you're a loser. Oh, so you just want to drink water and you don't care about how on trend the container holding it is? That is so thirsty. Like all the brands before, Stanley makes water bottles, but their bottles have a little handle on the side, a little thing to grip, so that you can finally handle the grippy. But what people can't handle is Stanley's Valentine's Day collaboration with the poo-poo head company known as Starbucks. The limited edition cups were hot pink instead of Stanley's usual collection, which only has light pink, and we don't want that. We want our grippies hot and pink. To put it simply, people have been losing their gourds over these cups. The release of these cups was like Black Friday for people who know all the lyrics to Lavender Haze. This was the most chaotic thing to happen in like 2 days, which isn't a long time, but this year has been crazy, okay? Gypsy Rose's husband has a big dick. And that's something I know now. There were literally people camping out in Target parking lots at 3, 4 in the morning just waiting for them to open so that they could storm the display like they were in the battle at Helm's Deep. There was one person who fell mid-sprint and no one even checked on her. No one cared. They all just turned on her. One of you will betray me come the morn. No. We would never do that. I would never ever do that for only 30 pieces of silver and a hot pink Stanley Cup. They made a pink one? Well, hang on. I mean, Why wait until morning? Guys, he's in here. No, wait, that's not. Sorry, man, they're BPA free. Yeah, come on, don't be cross. Judas. But someone who would never betray you is today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Care Of. One of the reasons I've never been able to keep up with a vitamin routine is all the time you have to put into finding each individual one. You get one here and one there, and then when they run out, you have to do it again. Well, not anymore, you don't, because Care Of offers a curated vitamin routine based off your specific goals and lifestyle. You take a quiz for a few minutes, and Care Of sends your specialized products every month in a counter-friendly box with your daily vitamins already zipped in this little bag, so you literally just have to grab it and go. It makes it way easier to take them every day, but if you need an extra reminder, just download their free app where you can set up and track your routine goals, whether it's getting enough protein or going outside. Yeah, that's right. Go touch grass. Based on my quiz, I've been taking iron and keratin because my hair still hasn't forgiven me for last year. I've also been trying this collagen because my skin gets way worse in the winter. But this stuff is great. It's unflavored, and I mean actually unflavored, so I can just mix it into water and then ta-da! Take that, winter. Checkmate. If you want to check them out, just use the QR code here or click the link in the description and use code ChadChad for 50% off your first order at Care Of. Thank you to Care Of for sponsoring, and let's get back to the video. The funny thing about people running through Target like this is that I can almost guarantee that every one of them already has a Stanley Cup. There are people who collect Stanley Cups like Pokemon cards. I've talked a little about skincare on TikTok and how people will have ridiculous amounts of skincare products that no one person would ever need. Some people do the same thing with Stanley Cups. They'll have cabinets dedicated to Stanley Cups or walls with shelves crammed full of them in every possible color to go with their different outfits. There are at least 32 cups in this picture. One person does not need that many cups. I've heard 2 girls only need 1 cup. I heard that somewhere. The Valentine's Day tumblers were $45, and they had other ones for less money, like the shorter ones, but nobody cares about those for some reason. No one cares about the short kings, even in drinkware. Shame on y'all. After all this crazy stuff went down, Target had to start making systems to try and avoid the chaos. In a lot of videos, they sell out in literal minutes. People were grabbing them so quickly that they had to start enforcing a 2 per person limit on the cups. Some Targets were apparently even handing out tickets to the lines in front of Target.
How many does y'all get, you know?
And if you didn't get handed a ticket, you can't buy a cup. Like, there's no point in you even going to the display if you don't have this ticket. You basically have to win the lottery to buy one of these cups. Actually, it's not even like winning the lottery. It's like having to win a lottery just to be able to buy a ticket to win the lottery. Hey man, how's it going? Can I get the Powerball? You got a ticket? Not yet. No, it's the Powerball. You gotta have a ticket to buy a ticket, okay? I don't care how powerful your balls are. Some stores had cops guarding the display, and you might be thinking that's kind of overkill. It's not like anyone's doing anything illegal. Think again. Think twice. Think. This guy grabs an entire box from behind the counter, which is crazy. I don't care about Starbucks or Target, but don't stress out the employees. They're already over your shit without you doing anything illegal. You're legally a pain in the ass. But then these people body slam and tackle him.
Stop him! Stop him! Stop him! Stop him! Yes, stop him!
Everyone rallied together over this box of Stanley Cups like their lives depended on it. I've seen less of a Samaritan response during anything else. Oh my god, that man is stealing a box of Stanley Cups. He's stealing Stanley Cups.
No, it's a baby. I'm stealing a baby.
Oh, thank God. I thought he was doing something really
Come on,
bad.
I'm a kidnapper, not a monster.
Goo goo gaga. Goo goo goo. Gaga gaga. And after this whole struggle, it looks like there's only 1 cup in this box.
No, it's okay. We're gonna call law enforcement.
He just 1v12'd these people for 1 piece of drinkware. And I understand being excited about something that's limited edition. People do it with video games and collectibles all the time. But we're talking about reusable water bottles. It helps the environment because you only need 1, like a cast iron skillet or underwear. But some people like to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, or all birds with 1 environmental crisis, and use both. On the bright side, this is more efficient. This way, the plastic will end up in the ocean faster. Time is money. Money is Stanley Cups. My leg itches and my hand is sweaty. This is just insulting, because if you're gonna use plastic water bottles, at least use them. The environmental impact can't be for naught. Verily, unless they can't drink their water, this is completely pointless and just adds an extra step. I just created matches so that we don't have to use rocks to make fires anymore. Amazing, that makes things easier and better. That was way easy. So convenient, right? I know they want the aesthetic, so that's why they have to pour the water into the Stanley, but it's also so they can use the Stanley bowl attachment thing. There's already a container to drink the water from, and there are already bowls. If anything, this is just taking a bowl and putting it on something precarious that your kid's knee is gonna knock out in 2.5 seconds. And if you take too many grapes from one side, the whole thing will topple over. This is like putting your toddler's food on top of a Jenga tower. And that's another thing about Stanleys, is that people like to make accessories for them, which if you take into account the people who think of these as accessories and buy different colors to go with their outfits, this is accessorizing an accessory. You can accessorize your Stanley with a little tiny Stanley. This is for when your friend who is a mouse is a little parched. You can give it to him, but do not, for the love of God, do not give him a cookie. Don't even get me fucking started. There's also the Amazon must-have TikTok specifically for Stanley cups.
Amazon Stanley must-haves. First up is this silicone boot that serves as a cushion cover for the bottom. It comes in 2 sizes for the 30-ounce or 40-ounce with a custom fit that helps prevent dents and scratches.
She says it's to prevent dents and scratches, but are these denting surfaces when you set them down? No wonder they're so expensive. They're made out of vibranium.
He's right behind me, isn't he?
You can also buy clothes and purses for your Stanley.
This carrier is another favorite, especially if you like to bring your Stanley on the go. It secures around the cup with Velcro for a nice snug fit. This pouch that's designed to strap onto Stanleys so you can keep a few of your important belongings like a cell phone, key fob, and card holder all together.
It kind of seems like a water bottle isn't what you want. You would like a doll, like a Barbie or an American Girl doll. These are probably as expensive as American Girl dolls, which is really hard to be. And this is fine. Some of these are cute. I'm not gonna pretend that they're not, but what isn't cute is whatever this is.
The packaging was so cute, I had to get it laminated. Then I rolled it up and tied it with a scrunchie, added some glue dots to the back. Now I can use my tumbler without messing up the label.
You just laminated garbage. We don't need ways to make trash last longer. Biodegradable. That's for betas. That's why in 2024, I'll be making garbage immortal. Vote for me, and the only degrading you'll see is in the bedroom. And your quality of life. And the economy. I know that this is not every Stanley Cup owner. There are plenty of people who like Stanleys a normal amount, who just want a reusable, cute cup, and who don't try to punch Target employees in the throat. I think all the Valentine's Day cups are sold out now, which sucks, because how am I supposed to get one? There are some people reselling them for over $200, and that's ridiculous. So I guess I'm gonna have to make my own Stanley Cup. So this is my tutorial for how to make your own Stanley Cup. First, you're gonna buy this decal paper from online, and then you're gonna not use that at all because you don't have ink for your printer, and then it snows in Tennessee way more than anyone is used to. Everyone is staying home from school and work. Everyone is stranded. I'm stranded. I can't go to the grocery store. I'm only eating Chef Boyardee. These are dark times. So then you're gonna have to improvise a little bit. You're gonna have to brainstorm, and then you're gonna remember that your amazing, wonderful manager got you an Insta camera for Christmas, and then you're just gonna take a picture of your design on your phone, print that out, cut it out, fasten it to your cup in a dishwasher waterproof way, and there you go. There is your very own Stanley Cup. You know, Stan Lee, like the guy, laugh. Then you're gonna test it out. You can take it with you places as long as you don't go any places because you're stranded. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking there's no lid and so it's not gonna be spill proof, but that's actually not factual at all. It is spill proof. Whatever fun things you're up to, you can take it with you. It's just that kind of cup where it's kind of like a companion. It's kind of sentient. It's like its own being. Sometimes it speaks to you, it talks to you, it whispers in your ear at night. You can take it with you when you go sledding in the snow, or you could if you had the fun kind of snow and not the kind of snow that's just sinks down every time you step on it. But the Stanley Cup finds a way. There is always a way to have fun with a Stanley Cup, with this Stanley Cup that you made. So yeah, if you happen to have all these ingredients laying around your house, highly recommend making your own Stanley Cup. That's about gonna do it for me. Send help, reinforcements, send food that doesn't come in a can, send those things from the Hunger Games that the sponsors just send help. I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Hey guys, and welcome back to Boat of These Nuts. A cringe. My name is ChadChad. And lately, everyone on TikTok has been freaking out about a cruise ship.
Can you imagine the type of drama that's gonna happen on that boat?
Oh my god, the Saturn Age of the Seas is being hit by a storm.
They're not letting us out on deck.
I made an ultimate world cruise bingo card.
I hate it here. That's insane.
Yes, it started weeks ago. Yes, I am late. Yes, I recently started playing Fortnite and it's all I can think about. But this isn't just any kind of cruise. This is the ultimate world cruise. Cruise. And you might be thinking, well, why is everyone talking about this? It's just a boat, right? People go on boats all the time and nothing has ever gone wrong with that historically. However, this cruise has been causing some buzz because it lasts for 9 months, almost a whole year, which kind of makes it less of a vacation and more of an expedition. What are we gonna do today?
Relax.
And what are we gonna do next month?
Relax.
And what are we gonna do next year?
Relax. Still.
Most people are lucky to get even a week of vacation, so 9 whole months is a pretty big deal. And you know what they say, you can never get too much of a good thing, especially when the good thing is living in confined spaces for long periods of time.
Our bathroom is really tiny, but we make it work.
So we're gonna be in this cabin for 9 months, so obviously I had to spruce it up so we won't looking at the plain walls all the time.
My parents would wash and reuse Ziploc bags, so I've obviously never been on a cruise. So when I started watching videos about this one, I realized that these things are bonkers. I had no idea that these things are basically floating versions of Las Vegas. They have these huge ceilings and casinos, glass chandeliers and slot machines. Sometimes they even have shopping malls. These boats would have Danny Ocean foaming at the mouth. Well, actually, he's dead, so he's probably foaming all over. And because I got so deep into the 9-month cruise lore, TikTok just thinks I want to go on a cruise now and keeps showing me videos of other cruise ships. They have go-kart tracks and a water park. When did these get so intense? They aren't even boat-shaped anymore. This looks like you could use it to dehydrate meat. This is not at all what I pictured cruises being like. Whenever people talked about them, I just assumed it was like the sea version of camping. Like being away at sea is just not something we have to do anymore. I don't think people in the 1600s would have opted for that if they knew about Delta Airlines. Dearest children, it's day 197 of our vacation. Yesterday, we lost only 5 to scurvy. Things are finally looking up. There's a witch on board spouting about how we need fruits or whatever. Says we need more vitamin C, but we have quite enough C. Thank you very much. Anyway, we fed her to the sharks. Missy Lots, but someone worth going overboard for, is today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Love 'n Pies. Love 'n Pies is a free-to-download puzzle game that I've been addicted to for several months now. I don't know how many hours I've put in, but at this point, I probably don't want to know. In Love 'n Pies, you play as Amelia, who just moved back to her hometown to take over her mom's baking business, which is already not doing great thanks to our competitor, Edwina, who owns a stinky bakery that's not as good as ours. And as if that's not enough, someone sets our bakery on fire and our mom goes missing. There's so many questions we have to find the answers to, like who did it? Where is our mom? More importantly, where is her cat? Where is this cute little guy? You progress through the story by solving puzzles and baking yummy treats while getting to know your neighbors, aka potential suspects. I'm just kidding, most of them are nice. Or are they? The game is even fun to just look at. There's high quality graphics and everything is pretty and cute. You get to choose how to decorate your bakery from a few different styles. The gameplay is easy enough to pick up quickly, but engaging enough to make it hard to put back down, which is fine. You deserve a little you time. Or a lot of you time. If you want to check it out, you can click the link in the description or scan the QR code here on screen to download Love 'n Pies now. Thanks to Love 'n Pies for sponsoring, and let's get back to the video. On top of it being 9 months long, people were also shocked to find out how much the Ultimate World Cruise was charging its passengers.
That is 274 nights where you see 11 world wonders and you get to visit over 60 countries.
The cheapest package for the whole 9 months is around $60,000, and I'm pretty sure this is the room you get at that price point.
Come on in. And obviously, as an interior cabin, you know, we had to bring the outside in, so we did that with some help from IKEA. Shout out to the plant walls.
So for the cheapest package, you're essentially paying $6,666 per month, which is the number of a beast and a beast of a number. I'm sure a lot of things like food and activities are included in this, but this room is tiny. It has no windows. If I want to spend $7K to sleep on a bunk bed, I can just go back to college. If you move up a tier, the junior suite start at $117,000, but if you want guaranteed windows, you can get the royal package for $760,000. That's it. This package includes top-notch living spaces, unparalleled accommodations, and complimentary services like getting to board the life rafts before the stinky poor people. For legal reasons, this is a joke and not a service offered by the Ultimate World Cruise. I'm sure they treat every passenger equally and would never sue a YouTuber. A lot of the ship's passengers started posting videos to kind of document their journey, including ship tours.
The Centrum is also just the main meeting area for any big party that the ship is having. So, and a few other things on Deck 5 is Next Cruise, which is where you can book your next cruise.
They even have a place dedicated to where you can book your next cruise in case you're still feeling a little too financially stable. Because if there's one thing I love to do on vacation, it's pay for a whole nother vacation. The passengers have also been posting videos to give us an idea of what the food is like.
It was like American night, so look what my husband had. That burger looks so good.
The ship has a buffet that's included in everyone's package, and if you want some variety, there are restaurants you can eat at for extra money. But if you have the royal package, you get to eat the freshest members of the basic package. For legal reasons, this is a joke and not a service offered by the Ultimate World Cruise. I'm sure they eat every passenger equally. The cruise only left Miami on December 10th, but some people already seem kind of over it.
Here we are at day 46, 47, 48, whatever we're at, and yeah, I finally got sick of the food about 2 weeks ago, and I'm eating a whole lot less.
They've been hitting so many storms that it's affecting how much they can port and actually travel on land. It also means that there's a lot of seasickness.
As we head through the Drake Passage, the winds are high and the ship is rocking. Seasick bags are at every stairwell and elevator at the ready.
And I was gonna say that a vacation where everyone's throwing up doesn't sound great, but they did start in Miami and it's pretty customary there. The storms have gotten bad enough that they've caused flooding inside the ship.
Things got a little tense. Elevators shut down. But this amazing crew jumped into action.
Which looks really scary, but some people on the ship don't seem very worried about it. Like, I get that the crew is probably prepared for things like this in a storm, and they are on the ocean, but water inside the ship notoriously is not a good thing. These people are running on treadmills like nothing is wrong. Did nobody tell them? Guys, it's a swamp in here. What the hell, man? I put on deodorant this morning. No, I mean it's wet. I have hyperhidrosis. You need to run. I know, I am. I'm not sure who started it or if it was a collective kind of thing, but people have been speculating on how this cruise is gonna play out.
I made an Ultimate World Cruise bingo card for anyone else who is buckling in for this 9 months TikTok reality show and wants to have a little fun.
They've been making bingo cards and lists of what they think is going to happen during the 9 months, but they usually involve horrible things happening to the passengers. Mass illnesses, mass STDs, pirate takeovers. You guys are going to manifest something really bad for these people. None of this can feel great for them. Imagine how unnerving it would be to see the internet essentially betting on your trip going wrong somehow. Oh, you're going on vacation. Great. That's great. I sure hope nothing bad happens. I sure hope you don't get chlamydia. Eventually, the cruise was being termed a reality show, with the lens, I guess, being the passengers' TikTok videos. Several of them are influencers, and whenever TikTok finds one of their videos, a lot of the comments will say things like, "New character unlocked," or "I love finding a new character." And I think it's funny to act like these normal, real people are like playable characters in Super Smash Bros. Dark Samus versus Natalie from Rhode Island. Fight! I know people are just curious to know what's going on such a big ship with so many people, but to me it feels weird to act like they're reality TV stars or on some kind of show. Like, some of these bingo cards aren't predicting light things like someone getting a sunburn. They're predicting things like a murder mystery. I know this is a game, but the game is not Clue. And a brawl? This is a cruise ship. A lot of the passengers are like over 60 years old. What are they gonna brawl about? Gas prices? This one just says iceberg. Are y'all okay? Here's just some more examples of a bingo card. Heart attack or stroke. Fire. Port kidnapping, man overboard, parasites, flesh-eating bacteria, alcohol poisoning, rats or mice, overdose. Do you want these things to happen? I'm not a very spiritual person, but I genuinely feel the need to make a positive bingo card to try and cancel out the energy they've been sending their way. So I went ahead and made my own. I predict there will be a kidnapping of our hearts. Fire, outfits, slay queen, a viral outbreak of spontaneous dancing and song. Why is this thing flaccid? Stay erect, please. Flesh-eating bacteria, but the only flesh they eat is hangnails and like dandruff, so it's really, really helpful actually. Overdose. Jesus Christ. Overdose on joy and happiness. Send this to 10 of your friends or your phone will break and your mom will turn into Skimpy Toilet. Anyway, I hope everyone has fun and enjoys their trip. I hope everyone makes it home safely. I hope no one wins the bingo game. Any bingo game, not just this one. I am gonna go record myself playing Fortnite because then it's like I'm working, technically.